How's it going, dude?
Just rig everything up, finish rigging everything up here.
What are you What are you watching there? You watching Overwatch League or something?
Yeah, it's the All-Star game of the night. Or All-Star weekend, rather. The All-Star game is tomorrow, but this is all like the caster, all the fun stuff today.
I did just start streaming, by the way.
Oh, I haven't even hit go yet. Drew wasn't here.
Good point. But it's already on, so I might as well.
That's fair. I guess I'll hit the go live button. Let me know if when you find your secret Easter egg on the channel. Let me know if you find it. Bet you won't see it. It'll see you though.
They'll see me.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Turn this down a little bit so it's not getting picked up all night. Are we good? Is it the time?
It is the time.
It is the time. It's we'll figure it out. Very impromptu start that we always have. And Drew was late.
But it will see you. I see it.
Are you sure?
Oh, I see it.
Oh, you see it.
What is that on my face?
It's the tip jar. It's for the bits
Oh,
go.
cool.
Subs. And the Twitch follows and the monies. The monies are Mario coins.
Yeah, I'm only streaming on YouTube right now. Maybe that will help with connection.
That honestly, like, Restream's a great service, but
It is.
after,
you have to pay for it to actually be good.
Yeah, if you're not paying for it, it's kind of garbage. I'm not gonna pay for this.
Yeah. So to start us off, first of all, welcome everyone to We'll Figure It Out, episode 21.
We've had 21 of these.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
Now it can drink.
Yeah,
Yes,
now it can drink.
Our show can eventually drink, even though none of us do.
But not with me around, dude.
Amazing.
Now with me around, dude.
So yeah, I'm gonna start off with this. The rumor come out. Does Spexifier is Frank? Spexifier is Frank is the most discussed in the media in a few years ago. Even as happened in 2018, but some of the public's still curious about what's exactly happening, and to be the reason there is a rumor comes out about his dude.
About his dude.
At the time, he became the massive straight-edge psychopath. The public, especially his dudes, are shocked.
Alright, so, being that I, Spexifier, am here to dispute said bad rumor.
Are you indeed a dude?
Does Spexifier is Frank?
Does Spexifier is Frank?
How's it going, dude?
I mean, have you seen the banner?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love how
let
he's
me-
like
let me get over
Trondor.
to YouTube.
He's got that one beefy arm.
I think that's in relation to, like, oh no, it's just the same. It's the same banner. It's official. I am the better.
Yes, if they don't know.
Hey! Guys, guess who's tuning in on Twitch tonight for the show?
Who?
Brad has joined the chat.
Who?
Brad?
Hi,
Like
Brad.
Brad?
Like Brad.
Brad?
Brad's in the chat.
Brad!
Was Brad someone from House Party Simulator?
No, Brad
No,
is...
Brad-
No, I was thinking of Derek.
You're thinking of Derek, the guy who needs to take his shirt off to see his fucking...
French fry
Oh,
nipples.
it's French fry nipples?
Yeah. So
French fry
when did I send this picture to you?
This is about earlier this week. Like right after I put that video up, you sent me that.
There was a picture that Spexfire put up on to.
Okay, so context for the picture. You had tweeted at Drew, "How's it going, dude?"
Yeah.
And we were all at Phil's house playing Magic the Gathering. So immediately I turned to Drew and started doing the Frank pose. So he took a picture of me and sent it back to Phil.
And then I was like, I looked at this picture and just like, I didn't think about it for like a day, and then a day later I was just like, oh my god, perfect.
Yeah. To which
So-
he created this. I'll share it with the Twitch chat because you guys can't see it since you're not on YouTube. But here we go. Let me add the image to the chat. Let's see what Freelance made.
I had to be very discreet with how I was doing this because at first I was like, okay, I can't do this. I can't vector this on my own. So okay, I had to find
don't
someone to
know.
vector this. I know Specs can vector things, can't you?
I'm very good at it, actually.
He's very good at it, but I couldn't ask him for a very specific.
Right.
So I was like,
Here-
I gotta
here
find
it is.
someone. So I was like going into every Discord, like, does anyone know how to vector images? And eventually just got to the point where just like, fuck it, I'll do it. And it was hard. It was fairly difficult, but eventually I was able to do it. And
It was so worth it. That this is one of the backgrounds on my computer.
I worked so hard for this bullshit.
He worked so hard and tried for so long, but in the end, it totally
mattered though.
Totally mattered.
And yeah, at some point I went back and I switched out all the Franks with Specs.
Dark Frider, welcome to the chat. Welcome.
Hi,
to
Dark
We'll Figure
Frider.
It Out. Come in just in time.
Hi.
Let's get freelance out of the tip jar now.
Yeah, but no, it was great just being able to hear his laugh, because I know he was kind of having a hard time, and I thought, like, oh, I could just put in a lot of fucking work for this bullshit. It's like
Because you're a good damn friend.
and I can't believe how
Yeah.
perfectly, I didn't realize until now, how perfectly that arm fits into your shoulder.
It really does. It is his Trogdor beefy arm.
How's it going, dude?
How's it going, dude? Stay away from the alcohol. Yeah, that's right. Like,
away from the
this picture is from Game Grumps.
Yes.
I had to go into a Game Grumps video, pause it, and take a picture.
Welcome, we will figure it out, or we definitely don't steal content from other creators.
We don't. That's
Always
definitely
make our own
housework.
original ideas.
I tried to find pictures of him online that were like perfect, but no. I guess the perfect one I would have to find would be on, you know.
How could you imitate perfection, though, freelance? Realistically, how could you?
Yeah. Well, I just did with this. This is my Mona Lisa, okay?
Tape it to my ceiling, because I got my lofted bed. If you guys can.
So now you can go to
guys see
sleep.
it.
You go to sleep, and
Yeah, you guys can go to
yourself,
sleep.
and you'll always be asking yourself, "How's it going, dude?"
How's it going, dude?
Yeah, but
How's it going,
I also want to start off with a series of tweets I found.
A series of tweets.
Ooh, a
There's
series
this
of
one
tweets.
restaurant called Jimmy's Seafood.
Oh, the Jimmy's Seafood. They were lit. They were
Today,
lit.
oh wait, was it today? No, it was yesterday. They posted a picture of crabs and went, "Good morning, PETA." And then Megan Miller
Got 'em,
was just like,
got 'em.
childish taunts are good for business, apparently. Jimmy Seafood
They
then
are.
says, "Look, we don't give you hair advice, and you won't give us business advice. Cool? Cool."
Ooh.
And then some guy was just like, yo, Jimmy's, let's be real for a moment. Megan's hair is super rad, so trying to make a joke about her hair is lame as fuck. And it's 2018, can we not all just be besties? Once again, her hair is super rad. And then Jimmy's like, she's still not going to date you. A for effort, though. Rad effort.
Ooh.
I was like, damn, like, at Weeabop.
Dead.
I'm getting the hearse.
That is like Wendy's level fire.
Got him. They got him.
Anyway, yeah, but first of all, let's just get this out of the way. This week we lost a very important person to internet culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Carl, who played what was the character's name?
Robbie Rotten.
Robbie Rotten
Robbie Rotten.
on Lazy Town. He has passed away. He will always be number one in our hearts.
Chat, press F for Robbie Robin.
Press
He
F.
Come on,
lost,
give press F. Everybody press F.
Press F.
Press F for Robbie Rotten, guys.
So yeah, so rest in peace.
his-
Everyone subscribe to his
was-
channel so his family will get the golden subscribe button.
Yes, he needs
Get
500,000.
Robbie Rotten's family the golden sub button.
As a reward from the internet.
I gotta go do that right now.
Yes, Brad. He wasn't the best.
He was number one.
He was number one.
So yeah, just an update to like something that Drew's been playing.
Was it
Drew,
was old.
you fought
Huh?
Kieran.
I did.
How'd that
You
fucking
did
go?
fight Kieran.
Well,
If I remember correctly, you told me you got your shit slapped in.
it was yes. That is the terminology I used. I got my shit slapped. So what happened was
So let me tell you, was I lying?
we were doing a low rank. Well, hold on. We were doing a low rank
Hold on.
Kieran run because there's an event right now where you can do Kieran on low rank.
Yeah, which isn't normal.
Yeah, that isn't normal. Typically, Kieran
Because
is only a high rank fighter.
Kieran is an Elder Dragon. All Elder Dragons are high rank.
You're still
Exactly. Precisely. But I haven't even seen Kieran is on high rank. I have only seen it available for low rank. So I got together with Bob and Lelth, and we took on the Kieran.
And
So
even on low rank, you got your ass kicked.
yeah, even on low rank. So like to give you an idea of how hard the Elder Dragons are, the 3 other Elder Dragons. I guess 4.
Okay, no, wait, let me think. There's Kieran, Nergigante, Teostra, Kushala Daora, and Valhazak. And another one, but I'm gonna keep that one secret.
Yes, and the last boss, and then Zora Magdaros, but like...
Zora Magdaros isn't an Elder Dragon, I don't think.
Still a bitch.
But the fight was going well. It was those thunder attacks. There's something else.
That's why you need the Thunder Mantle.
Right. We finally got it down to where it was about to start limping, and everyone DC'd.
Yeah, I've been hearing some really bad things
You
about
got
the internet.
chip-baited by internet connection.
Well, that just meant that all 3 of us had to solo the rest of the fight. Now,
Well, here's the thing. Because you did it solo, it was easier.
No, it wasn't.
No, they multiply it for multiplayer.
They do. And we were doing it on multiplayer.
Oh, and then you're DC'd, so you have to do it. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oof.
That's the thing.
Oof.
So we
Oof.
had to each solo a Kieran that was scaled for a 3-player fight.
Ooh.
Just that back half of the fight took us. It started limping soon after all of us DC'd, but that part of the fight took as long as the rest of the first part of the fight.
Oh.
The whole fight took about 25
If
minutes.
only,
The
if only you
lift
could
part took
capture
about
those.
15.
If only you could capture Elder Dragons, right?
Right. But it
Yo,
was.
are you telling me you didn't
extremely
bring a Master
difficult.
Ball with you?
Well, no. Here's the thing: Elder Dragons cannot be captured at all. No, there's no like.
You can't even
exception.
like affect them with traps. They're
Yeah,
just immune.
and it's like it's not just throw a fucking trap down and they're good. No, you gotta trank their asses.
Fucking just stick them with like 15,000 horse tranquilizers.
Or if they're asleep, just throw 2 trank bombs in their face and then set the trap down.
But why?
Cause that'll capture them.
Or I could just kick its teeth in with my axe.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you want to do that to Sutsi Kiki?
Oh,
Because-
Kuki?
Sitsikalu.
I love
it.
him.
I
But
do
not
too.
his bird brother. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, Kulu Yaku
brother.
can suck a dick.
Fuck you, Andrew Rock.
Sitsuyaku is Flash Raptor, and we love him.
I always feel bad whenever I make him limp.
Feels bad, and I had to kill 3 bounty, and I killed 3 of them that day. And I was like, no. I have to just murder this thing over and over again. It's so sad. Bird wyverns are my favorite. I
So,
want
yeah.
there to be more bird wyverns.
But eventually you got to fight. But eventually you beat Kieran, and you. What do you think of the armor set?
The armor set does look very cool.
Male or female?
I have a male avatar.
Okay.
I only have a male avatar because usually I do female avatar, but I have a male avatar because I made him look just exactly like me. And
Wait,
Lelth-
I gotta see a picture.
And I was like, "What?" She said, "Your character. Let me see it." I was like, "Okay." So I stopped, and then she turned the camera around, and she goes, "Oh my god! It's just you! It's like you were a celebrity, and someone modded you into the game. Like, hey guys, you can play as Drew Flashy." I'll get a
I wish
screenshot.
I had that kind of fame. I'm important.
Yeah.
It does. The character does look exactly like me though.
It's
Which
pretty
is
great.
I will say, have you fought Teostra yet?
Yes.
What do you think of Teostra's theme?
Teostra, like the song,
Yeah.
like music. It's
Like watching everything right now.
probably the best.
It's my favorite. It's my fucking favorite.
It's really really good. It's not. It's like actual good music, not the Coral Highlands theme. Whenever you get into a fight, it just sounds like the Attack on Titan theme song.
You saying that like that's a bad thing?
Well, I know it's really the coolest anime theme song ever, in my opinion. But like every time, it's like ba ba da da ba da da ba ba ba. The Coral Highlands. Get him!
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be your least favorite anime of all time.
Yeah,
theme
it
song.
could be the theme song to Sword Art Online. Though I can also say that I hate other anime. It's not just Sword Art
Well,
Online.
wait. Can you elaborate? What other anime do you hate?
Well, I know I hate Fairy Tail.
That's fair.
It's fairy.
You don't like you don't like fan service?
Well, no, Fairy Tail has no fan service.
Are you
Um,
sure?
Maybe fan service is different to Drew. Maybe he likes man's butts.
Well, when I think of fan service, I think of like High School of the Dead and ecchi anime. But
No,
like,
literally most of
Fairy
Fairy
Tail-
Tail is written specifically for the way the fans wanted everything to unfold. They completely rewrote the story going forward after the first 2 seasons, apparently, to exactly what the fans wanted and not what they had already had.
Mm.
That's why it's called the fan service anime.
Ah.
But I I don't like Fairy Tail. That one's unfortunate because it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better, but
It was.
season 4 is just unforgivable.
The sins are too great.
Also, though, I hate Madoka Magica.
Yeah, it's not very good, honestly.
That anime. It's weird that everyone likes it.
It makes me question a lot about those people. Why do you like a show about literally murdering small children?
Like I can
Probably tell you
see-
why they like it.
Hunger Games style anime is like murdering children. That's fine. It's just the way they do it is not good. And
Is there
it
something crawling on me, chat?
could have been better.
That's right.
Whoa, did I not?
Brad agrees with you. SAO blows.
Yeah, Brad.
Listen,
Brad, official member.
Drew's criticism of SAO is legendary to me.
Honestly, like you haven't lived until you have heard Lelth's dissertation as to why SAO is a terrible anime she'll still watch.
How did I? Oh, speaking of Lelth, the other anime that I hate is one of Lelth's favorites. It's Zero.
What the hell is that?
It's an anime about Toyota. I mean Subaru. Sorry. It's an anime about Subaru. This guy who goes to the convenience store and buys some food, and then walks out of the convenience store, and the world fades around him into a fantasy land, and he's there inexplicably. And then he goes around the fantasy land, shit happens, and then at one point he gets killed. And when he gets killed, he goes back to where he appeared in the world with all of the knowledge he had from the first time he went through it, but nobody else remembers him at all. It's just him knows.
So
all
it's a
the knowledge.
Souls-like.
Yeah, it's a Souls.
It's like a Souls-like
It's a
roguelike.
Souls-like.
It's a Souls-like
Oh my
roguelike.
God.
I know that kind of reminds me of like an anime I've been looking to watch called Konosuba.
Oh well,
It's
yeah, but
great for the- it's
Konosuba's
great.
actually
To tell you
good.
right now, it's great for the first season, and then the second season is garbage. Like, let's do an entire season of character development. Second season starts. Throw all of that out. None of it happened. What?
Talking about Konosuba?
Yes,
Oh,
that's literally the
so
show.
I'll just watch it for the first season then.
Just watch it for the first season and just ignore that a second season exists, and you'll love the show.
That's how that I can say that for Fairy Tail too.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Like, if
But
you
yeah, the
never watched
Kira
the second season, the show's better.
Was very difficult.
but you're so far enjoying Monster Hunter World.
Yes, I have beaten it.
Ah,
I have put in 80 hours in 10 days.
He has put in more.
well, there's still
hours-
more shit you have to do.
Or-
You got to get mantles. You
freelance.
got to get more gadgets. You got to get outfits for Pookie.
Freelance. Let's put it. Consider the following. Drew has put more time on Monster Hunter World in 10 days than I have put on Overwatch in 3 years.
I mean, I'd probably do the same. You know, I spent so much time when Monster Hunter World came out. I think my favorite monster is Tobi Kadachi.
Tobikadachi's awesome. It's such a well-designed creature.
Exactly. Yeah.
My
Um,
favorite is actually a a different skin of Tobikadachi. My favorite is Odogaron or Odogaron.
Oh, Red
whichever
Doggo!
Pronunciation it is.
Red
Yes.
Doggo.
Clifford.
Red Doggo's cool.
Yeah, I love.
Well, he's just Red Doggo's just a brutal fight.
It is, and that's what I like about it. It's super...
Red Doggo is so dangerous. He will
It's like-
fly just to get to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw that
Fly.
video. No, there's literally a video where like a Apollumu was flying away. Odogaron jumped, flew all the way up, and grabbed it and took it back down.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No, I
And I'm pretty
Oh.
sure it was a glitch, but it was the most hilarious looking thing I've ever seen.
I don't. Does it beat watching a snow bear beat a dragon in a fight in Skyrim?
It depends on what your tastes are.
I guess it does depend. On your
Because
tastes.
technically, in Monster Hunter World, those two monsters are dragons. They're just wyverns.
Oh.
Right.
Anyway, so have you played anything else other than Monster Hunter World?
But I have watched something.
Like what?
It's called Disenchanted.
Oh, I heard. Isn't that?
Jason?
I was just listening. I was just hearing about that on what's it called?
I haven't heard
The Best
of it
Friends
before.
cast. They were talking about it. It's the
Yeah,
Michael Harding. What's his name? Greg Harding, the
Yeah,
guy who
Matt
made
Groening.
Simpsons.
Matt Groening and David X. Cohen.
Yeah,
Oh.
he made a new one, and it's like Fantasy World now, isn't it?
Yes, and it's called Disenchanted.
Beware the
And-
racist antelope.
Beware the racist.
Beware the racist
antelope.
antelope. Yes.
That's just not right.
An
What?
elf with a human girl? That just ain't right. There's. It's all right.
Just all right.
It's
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's pretty good. It's just all right.
pretty
The first 6 episodes are just a show, and it's not really good. There are a few funny lines each episode that are just great,
It just kind of happened.
and then it's just that it's drunk princess does stuff. That's all it is.
Well, Brad seems to think it's really funny.
However, episodes 7, 8, 9, and 10 are much better because they get a narrative and a story. That story helps them following since the first 6 episodes. They've only been slice of lifing, and it just doesn't work for me when the slice of life is about somebody that's drunk or high or just a genuinely terrible person. Like, I don't care about that. I don't care about drunken escapades. I really don't. They're funny to me, but the last 4 episodes are actually much better, but it averages out to be about a 6.
So it's like the second
out of
season of Kill la Kill. Got it.
Got him. Got him. You got him.
Kill la Kill is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's great. But yeah, it did kind of lose its focus. But got it back, like, near the end.
Let's see if I can post this.
Anyway, Specs, what have you been doing? I know you've been doing lots of Battle of Azeroth.
What's up?
You've been doing lots of Battle of Azeroth, I assume.
Yes, I have played a lot.
How
of
is that going?
I have finished everything up until the Siege of Borealis quest, because I'm not geared enough to do mythics, because I have not been doing any dungeons. I've just been doing all of the quests, literally all of them on the Alliance side. And it's arguably the best expansion. Actually, there's really no argument. It's the best expansion WoW's ever had. The class tuning and balance is virtually perfect, except in a few small cases that they've already hotfixed in.
And I've
The
heard
storyline
that
is
from other
amazing.
people too.
Yeah, the storyline is absolutely phenomenal on both factions. It's pretty spot on in every possible direction. The storylines they tie everything together. It starts off really well from where we ended with Legion. It flies right into it, and it brings back a lot of that faction pride we've lost over the years, and it means something to chant for the Horde or for the Alliance nowadays. And it's something the game's lost over a while, and now that it's back, it matters. That, and we have a couple of big bads showing up that we've all been kind of like, where are these guys at? And it's like, oh, there
Yeah.
they are.
That's basically fucking Drew.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up anything with WoW, but the Warbringers went up today or not today, went up yesterday for the last one, Warbringers Ashara. And we got to see a lot about her that paints a different picture than that we had ever thought was the picture. Like, everyone always thought Ashara just sold her people out to the old guests after...
Like me.
Except you don't wear red frame sunglasses.
I don't. I have
You
copper
could,
frames.
but you don't.
And I can edit these frames to be copper frames,
Oh, okay.
which is funny.
But no, the Warbringers was really great because that's the Alliance storyline. Literally, if you do it the way I did, the Tierguard sound is literally Pirates of the Caribbean online. Drustvar is literally The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and then you get into Stormsong Valley, and it becomes Call of Cthulhu because it ends with you find out that the fleet you came here to get into the Alliance by allying with Kultiris is lost at sea, but it's not actually lost at sea. Lord Stormsong's betrayed us, sold himself out to N'Zoth and Lady Ashara, and is holding the fleet the Kultiran fleet hostage to turn it over to Lady Ashara. So you need to save it. Needless to say, you do. And I know part of how it ends, but not exactly how it does. But the way you get it back is super important, and the story writing they've done for Jaina Proudmoore to bring her back from the brink has been phenomenal.
My family's a bunch of fucking cunts.
I mean, that happens. But then apparently the Zandalari side is all about character just to do the story, because Bwomsamdi is amazing. Like, to the point where they took this character and made it so that if you die on the areas that are for Zuldazar, there's not a spirit healer, it's Bwomsamdi, who makes little snarky remarks at you when you land at the graveyard before you walk away to go get back to your body.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, what?
And it's really well done.
Hold on, I'm gonna switch internets. It'll be pretty quickly. Hold on. It's just
Oh,
like
internet's
it's
crazy.
like the internet and internet 5G.
Oh,
So hopefully that
but yeah.
fixes something.
Is that car alarm going off? But my workout's also going well so far. First day of the upgraded nutrition, and my god. I'm not used to eating this much
700
food.
calories a day?
There were some days like some days I would eat everything, and other days I'd go days without eating anything.
That's
at all.
unhealthy.
I'd have,
That's
like,
really
couple
bad.
drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah, this went on for years.
Like
This is
you call 2,000 calories a day a bodybuilder diet? No, that's just a regular
Yeah.
person's
Well,
diet.
No,
Regular
it's specifically
diet.
a bodybuilder diet because my entire diet is like straight up nothing but pure testosterone and protein.
Pure gun. I eat
Basically.
gun.
I just eat guns. But no, it's
America.
like it's like literally just pure protein. for the
No,
sake of
Bruce,
building
it's not
muscle
just
back
eating
up.
the cow; it's murdering the cow as well. That's
Wait,
the
you mean
part
you,
of the.
you mean you don't just unhinge your jaw like a snake and swallow the cow whole? You don't.
I don't have
wait,
that
just
ability. I'm not part snake.
Wait, you mean other people? Do that?
No.
Am I weird? Oh.
Finally, someone who understands. Yeah. So anyway, anyone who doesn't know, Drew just sent in a picture of his Monster Hunter World character, and holy shit,
Yeah, it's literally Drew.
it's just Drew.
Just straight Drew. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
Yep, it's just me.
I have
I'm just my character.
I have been. So are you guys? Wait, you guys done? You guys all the things you talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
For that, at least. I don't know what else you want me to talk about, unless you have something.
I mean, no,
special to
like
talk
this section is just for like, oh, what we played, what we watched, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if that's it, then I'll move on to me.
There is important news. I
What?
played Overwatch for the first time in 4 months.
How'd that go?
I can only play Sombra now. I don't know how to play any other characters anymore.
Yeah, if it was me, if I went back, I would be like, I can only play Tracer. There's no way I can.
Yeah, I can only play Sombra now. Apparently, I apparently can play Soldier way better than I used to, but I can't confirm.
Drew
kills.
here could attest to how good I was at Tracer.
Yeah, dude, I was rocking 52% weapon accuracy on Soldier the other day, but I wasn't getting any confirms, and I whiffed every ultimate I got.
Yeah, it's like some ultimates are kind of hit and misses, with almost literally. With Tracer,
Oh, what was that?
That sounded like a.
Mr.
That sounded like a.
now following over on Twitch. Thanks for the follow, Mr.
Thanks for
Lou.
the follow, man. The thing with
Hey.
Tracer is that the whole pro tip with Tracer ultimates is that always throw it on someone.
Yeah,
'Cause it
make sure
will
you're always
stick,
actually throwing it on somebody.
And
is important.
and hey, they might be near someone. Don't just throw it out into the middle of the group because they can all disperse.
that or they'll blink into the group.
That's
That's always funny.
okay. So I have been playing a few games. Few new games, new to me.
Wait,
One game I started playing was one called Icy, and it is it's
Sounds
the
like
Stanley
fun.
Parable if it were an action side scroller.
Oh. So
Like-
it's still good and also an action side scroller.
Yes,
Action side scroller Stanley Parable.
it's like
That's
there's like one part like Icy followed the arrow. No, go back. I said follow the arrow. Well, now you just went into now you just went into a level I didn't even finish yet, dude. Like, listen, like you realize how hard game development is? Let me show you. And then you get teleported to one of the rooms. Like, listen, let me tell you how long I took to make this game. But yeah, that was good. I went back to Hat in Time for a little bit
That's pretty good.
to just do a Rift, and yeah, we'll talk more about Hat in Time in a little bit because there is some news about that. I played Dragon's Dogma, which is a cool open world RPG game that I loved playing.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that a while back.
Yeah, the Dark Arisen one's on PC. I would suggest anyone who likes that kind of game, I was just getting it because it allows you to mix, like, it has so many different kinds of classes. You start with the basic, like, warrior, archer, or mage kind of thing. But then as you get better and you level up, you eventually grow into, like, oh, you could be a magic archer now, or you could be a magic warrior, or a ranger warrior, kind of a thing. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Uh,
That's how Kingdoms of Amalur is.
I need to get back into Kingdom of Amalur. That's been, like, years.
Yeah, that game is super good.
It's so big. And then I finally went and just bought Dying Light Enhanced Edition on my PC.
Just do it.
Well, I had it on my PS4, but I was like, fuck it, I'll just get it on PC. And I was like scared, like, what if it doesn't run well? It runs extremely well.
It runs fine. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
It's a fun game, and I know, Specs, you want to get it. And yeah, I would definitely suggest getting it. You will love it.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I got a game that when I first heard the premise of it, I was like, oh my god, that game sounds cool. And I was like, I'll only get it when it's on sale. Literally the next day it was on sale. I was like, oh fuck, I promised myself I would get it. So the game is called Frostpunk, and it is a really good game.
What is
Oh.
It is a city management survival game. So basically, do you guys all know about the
Controller?
Do you guys all know about the 1883 Krakatoa explosion?
E-
It was a huge volcanic eruption, and it was so huge that like a mini ice age kind of happened.
Really?
I think I heard about that literally yesterday, actually.
Yeah,
Literally yesterday.
yeah. So like,
That's
there's an actual thing that
hilarious.
happened.
I
Like
think
Europe was like
literally
nearly
yesterday.
fucked. They were afraid they would get fucked over. Have you ever played? I'll talk about Condemned Criminal Origins in a little bit, but first I want to talk about Frostpunk. Yeah, Frost basically, the premise is that the Ice Age never stopped happening, and like,
Oh,
so yeah,
it was always forever cold.
Victorian London was like getting fucked over. Everyone was getting fucked over, but this story focuses on Victorian London, and so we decided, fuck it, we can't stay here. We got to go somewhere that would be good to like put this thing called a generator down, and a generator is a huge machine that emits heat in a large area,
Oh, okay,
and it's
cool.
huge and it looks fucking cool. But so they go to the Arctic and they find this kind of ditch where some people went ahead of them to build a generator.
Okay.
And what's cool is that some people were left behind on this because we couldn't stop. It's freezing. We can't just stop for them. We'll come back for them once we have something set up. And so once you have something set up, it's cool because you can turn off the generator or turn it off one strategy I did was turn it off in the day, turn it back on at night because it gets really cold at night. And for those guys who want to know how cold it gets, the starting temperature -4 degrees Fahrenheit. And it goes,
Jeez.
and like as time goes on, it'll go it'll even tell you at this point the temperature's going to drop more. And it's like the first time it drops, it has now dropped to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was cool that sometimes it would get warmer, so you don't have to worry about it always being colder, even though it is
Right.
fucking cold. But so yeah, you build things, you create these laws so you can make things. One law is, all right, so now we've set up the food. What are you gonna do with the food, man? You're gonna make soup so that everyone can get some food, or are you gonna put wood shavings in the food so it's more filling? I picked the soup.
Oh
And and it's not the good soup. It's the I'm just eating this to stay alive soup. The shitty soup. And that's what they were saying. It's nothing but thin gruel and empty promises. That is actually what someone said. And eventually, you can also get to the point where it's what are we gonna do with these? What are we gonna do with the children? Why don't we make them work?
No, eat them.
I was like,
Eat them.
I can either put child labor so that they work out in the coal mines or the getting wood from the wood crates or steel from the wreckage, or I can create a children's shelter where they can learn to become either medical professionals or engineers. And the thing about this game is that you have workers and engineers. Workers, there's more of them, but they do less, but they don't work as well as engineers. But still, engineers work better in certain other areas, so you kind of have to mix and match. It's a game where you have to be pretty active in this. You can't just press the pass forward button and let things go.
Why not? Why can't you do that though?
But what's cool is that you can also build gathering posts. You don't have to just send workers to one resource. No, if there's resources in a concentrated area, you can put a gathering post and you can have less people gather resources in a much more timely manner. And it's cool because we have to make a beacon so we can send out scouts and find people that were left behind on the way here. And so you do that and you get more people, you find more resources or more places to mine. And it's just it's really cool. I'm still in the first scenario, but let me tell you, that game's fucking hard. And like Bruce says, yes, that game is fucking stressful. Every day is a fucking challenge, man. Because there's 2 meters. There's a hope meter and a discontent meter. if the discontent goes all the way up, they kill you. They kill you and they find a new leader.
They kill you and find a new leader.
Yeah, no, that's happened. And like I've nearly gotten to that point. But luckily I was able to like either like put something down or get something new, get enough resources to build this one thing to put their hope back up. And I have no doubt it's gonna keep being like that. Now it's only like 3 scenarios from what I heard, so it is a bit short, but all content to be added will be free. And yeah, so if you guys like, I love the premise. It's a really fun game. It keeps you active, and
That's good to hear at least.
I would suggest it to anyone who's into city management survival games.
Oh, the hardcore RTS game.
And it's cool because you get to see like people, on like if some people might be homeless because you can't build homes for everyone, because you don't have the resources yet. And so at night they'll all huddle around the generator, and it's actually really cool to see that. And yeah, eventually it's like, oh, people will die because either they got sick, and like with medical laws you can either amputate them so that they can, live, or you can keep them alive but they won't be able to do anything and they'll be kind of a burden. But hey, no one's gonna get mad that you chopped off their limb.
Really?
Yeah. But what's cool about this is that eventually you'll be able to
Yeah,
you'll be able to research technology that gives them prosthesis.
Ah.
And like I found that really cool too, because like, oh well, they have to eventually give me something that can fix this. And with people dying, you're like, okay, we can do one of 2 things. We can waste resources and make a cemetery, or we can just dig a hole and dump all the bodies in that and not waste any resources.
Totally dumped the body.
It's like, man, this is a game where you just have to make tons of shitty decisions.
Yeah,
That was that poor.
that sucks.
But what's cool is that some decisions actually, sure, they might seem shitty, but they'll lead to better things. Like,
Right.
obviously, I'm never going to make the children work. I'm never gonna make child labor a thing in my town, because that'd be shitty. So I was like, but I can turn them into apprentices for engineers and medical professionals. That'll help.
That's cool.
That at least puts them to work without putting them in danger.
Right.
And also, everyone has a name, and they like sometimes even tell you, like, oh, this is what they used to do before this whole thing happened.
Like hot
Oh,
dogs?
everyone has a storyline.
Yeah, like even in the main menu, they show like the main menu is just a group of people in a line just standing around, and it zooms in on them, and it's like, oh, this is Claire Desmond. She was a teacher and mother to Emily Desmond. And then you go to settings, and it's like, oh, this is Emily Desmond. And it's just like, I love Frostpunk so much, guys. It's so good. It came out in a time where like there were two big strategy games coming out, BattleTech and Frostpunk. And I want to get BattleTech eventually, but yeah, Frostpunk is a definite get. Honestly, I hate playing games full of stress. That's why I stopped playing Skyrim on the Alexa. Yes. Yeah, Frostpunk is a really good game. I'll definitely recommend to anyone who's into that kind of shit. Let's see, anything else? Not really. I recently bought
do
Hollow Knight.
How's
Oh.
that one?
I bought it.
I bought it. I didn't play it, but
I didn't play it yet. I'm gonna I'm gonna stream it when I do that.
Well, George Productions doing it.
But yeah, if any of you don't know, if any of you guys haven't heard of Hollow Knight, I'd be surprised because like there's not one person I know that hates Hollow Knight.
Oh.
Hollow Knight is like
That's
literally
good.
like one like when I hear a lot of people, it's an amazing fucking game. And it is a Metroidvania, but it's a really good Metroidvania. And yeah, it's hard and all that, but I'm very excited to play it. Anyway, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's
Well, there's one last thing.
what?
So on Thursday,
Bruce, I'm not getting Fortnite.
You're not getting Fortnite? You're not gonna play Fork Knife?
No,
Why? Well, then get PUBG at least, because
I have PUBG.
Oh, see, I need to get PUBG.
And we're gonna
So
say,
that we
Drew?
can actually, so that we can play a good battle royale game.
I'm not saying Fortnite's bad. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I don't like the build mechanic. The build mechanic's just not fun.
Yeah. Anyway, Drew, what were you gonna
If
say?
I wanted a build mechanic, it would tie into what Drew's about to tell a story about.
Drew?
Right. We tried to rebuild our Minecraft server on Thursday. So the update came out around the time TrotCon happened, so we didn't really get to do that. Do anything with the update. So we waited for a little bit, made sure that all of us could get on the server at the same time, and now all of our old stuff is built in 1.12. And the 1.13 aquatic update came out, and all of the new stuff, like only the stuff that will spawn, like generate every day, spawns. So like phantoms come to get us, and drowned spawn in oceans everywhere, but nothing else. No turtles, no turtle eggs, no scoots, no no way to
dudes.
make the new potions, no way to get coral, no way to get kelp, so no way to get blue ice.
Looks like you have to start making soup then.
So
We gotta start making soup then.
what we were gonna do is we were gonna get together and go out and go 5,000 blocks in the Nether, and that translates to 40,000 blocks in the overworld, a place where nobody's been, because I am a maniac and have already explored 12,000 blocks in every direction looking for a mesa.
Yeah, you crazy nut job.
So we had to go really far in order to get new chunks. Now, there were intermittent places that I'd missed that would spawn new stuff, but this new stuff does spawn in old servers as long as the chunk is unloaded. So we needed to find a place with unloaded chunks. So we all got together and we were doing that, but there are so many errors in Minecraft Realms right now. We got kicked off 3 times, and we had to wait.
As you shitlords deserve to be.
Right. As we sometimes we got kicked off for as long as an hour.
In which I popped off and carried us as Sombra in Overwatch.
So then we had to actually play other video games waiting for this game to load. And so
rough.
we finally did complete the Exodus, and we made it to block 40,000X. But then, everybody had gone to bed except for Specs and I at that point. So we were like, all right, cool. We got kicked off again. So Specs was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, all right, cool. So I kept trying to load in on the server. Another hour later after that, I was able to log onto the server. And when I did, I spawned at spawn with no items at all, and everything was deleted.
Oh my god.
The entire server is gone.
Man, don't you just love Minecraft multiplayer?
In context, Drew has had this server for almost a year.
Oh my god, that's true. It is almost a year.
Like, him and Aaron have put a lot of time into the server. Like, that's not to say me, Quill, and Deimos had not.
Yeah.
But comparatively, they had built just an obscene amount of things.
Yeah, I had a 128 by 128 floating sky city with an operational elevator.
Oh, losing that
The
must have been like
elevator-
horrible, man.
The elevator took me 21 hours to build. I have 2 giant My Little Pony pixel arts that each took 5.5
Gaylord.
hours to build.
Oh yeah, one time. Oh yeah, guys. Just Drew sent me a message. Basically a song that said "I love you." Drew, would you like to say what I sent you back?
Let's see.
Oh boy, I can only imagine what you sent him
Just
back.
wait.
I'm scrolling up.
Scrolling up.
How?
Scrolling up.
How? This was like super recently. Why isn't it?
Yeah, it was super recently.
Oh yeah, here we go. I sent him the song lyrics. You don't know what it's like, baby. You don't know what it's like to love somebody, the way I love you. And Freelance sent me back a picture of an anime girl that reads, "You are a troublesome homo."
You're a troublesome homo.
It's my favorite
funny
thing.
'cause-
It's one of my favorite pictures to send people.
It's hilarious. I am slightly distracted though, because I am watching. It's the talent match, where it is all the casters who are from the Atlantic coast and all the casters who are from the Pacific coast on two separate teams playing Overwatch. What's funny is there's like one person each team like actually plays at high master, low grandmaster play, but then everybody else is like my level between like silver gold.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. Just wanted to say that because I'll probably forget it if we finished up the Minecraft thing.
I sent that song. I sent those lyrics to Beth, and it immediately said, "Oh shit! I should have sent that to somebody I cared about." And her first response was Freelance. And I was like, "Oh crap! Tweeting now."
Oh, she knows now.
She
That was really
knows.
funny.
It's
I'm
canon.
so glad she's
It's the
ship posting.
canon for the show.
She did.
Does she ship it?
Does she
I
ship
don't know.
Because I know she's a
haven't
fanfic
actually
wryter.
asked. That is true. But yeah, the
There's a-
Minecraft
there's a
thing.
secret book of fucking freelance extra flashy
Dude.
So
smut porn.
there is a way to restore your server.
Yes.
Like, there is.
It's like rolling it back, or
Yeah. And the rollback wouldn't actually be too hard. We would only have lost 500 blocks in the Nether. So everything we did when we got there, which wasn't too much, would be gone, but we would still almost be done with getting to where we were going, which is fine cuz like we would just get back there and I would do what I was doing again. It's not a big deal. We would have only lost about 2 total hours of gameplay, maybe 1.5. So not bad.
Reporting
but-
Monte Cristo for gameplay sabotage, sandbagging.
But none of the rollbacks will work. All of the world saves have an error that say read timeout. And so none of that is loading. And the worst part about it is this is a prolific problem. A ton of people are having this problem, not just like some. A grand majority of their servers are being
has this
affected
only
by
happened
this.
since the recent update?
You would think that the aquatic update would have triggered this, but I guess they spent a really good amount of time making sure that the original aquatic update 1.13 functioned and was good, but there were still a couple of bugs in it, so they worked on a patch which wasn't urgent, but they worked on a patch and they just dropped the patch on Tuesday of this week. And it was 1.13.1, and that's what destroyed everything.
Oh,
That patch fix 2 days before we did our Exodus is what ruined everything.
We got wrecked.
man, sorry to hear that.
We got riggedy
Yeah,
wrecked.
so I sent a message to Skrill to get my freaking transaction ID from 6 years ago, and the people respond the very next day with, "Yeah, sure, here it is." I'm like, oh my god, good, competent customer service. So Skrill, which used to be Moneybooks or something, apparently has great customer service. So
Nice.
yay, Skrill. Good on you, Skrill, for being
You the best,
keeping
girl.
good
You're
habit-
good,
for
dude.
being
I'll give you some
not
alcohol,
shitty.
dude.
for having good record
I'll
keeping.
give you some alcohol, dude.
The last time I contacted Mojang was they also responded very next day to my account being hacked, and I was like, "Hey, my account was hacked, but I fixed everything. Could I just change my name back, please? I don't want to be what was it? It was like
Titties.
RDZ.
RDZ?
Yeah, somebody had renamed me DZ. And I was
Squeeze-
like,
Squeezy Jips?
It was Diazzy.
oh, it was Diazzy. Yeah, it was Diazzy. And
Why
I'm
wouldn't
like-
you want to keep that?
And they didn't even like. All they did was hack my account, change my skin, and rename me to Diazzy, and they didn't even log onto my server.
No,
They didn't even log onto Minecraft at all. They just changed those things and left.
Troll ass motherfuckers.
So I'm not really pissed at them. Like, if I met them in real life, I'd be like, why?
But why?
And if
But
they
why,
said,
though?
because it was really funny and I could, I'd be like, okay, that's a good reason.
That's a good reason.
As long as you don't mess with anyone's shit, that's cool. So, like, that person that hacked me, no hard feelings. They're great.
But why?
But
why though?
Mojang said, we need your transaction ID to prove that it is you from 6 years ago, from when you bought the game when it was still in beta.
My god.
That's why I like star those and like go back on my Yahoo email and just type in the
It's like,
name.
oh
Well,
my
see,
god,
The problem with that
Mojang!
is,
Why you do this?
right? To put that in perspective, I bought the game when it was in alpha build 0.4.
Jeez.
When the game was still like $10 at the time. There is no fucking way in hell I can get you that transaction ID. It is literally gone to the lost ages of time. Let me go find Father Time and I'll see if I can get that from you.
Right?
Kronos.
To the
Yo.
credit.
Yo, Kronos!
To
I
the
need
credit
you to get
of
me something.
to the credit of Mojang, they did for sure include step-by-step instructions for getting your transaction ID from the companies that handled your handled your transaction from the year 2011 onward.
Jesus Christ, has it been that long?
Yeah, it's.
Well, I must have been like 12 at the time.
Oh,
Not in 11. No,
I
I was like 13.
freshman in high school when that game came out.
I was. What was I? I'm bad at math, guys.
I'm bad at the math.
But the Mojang support was like, yeah, we can't help you. You're just gonna have to wait 30 days and then.
I was
change your
14.
name." Wow.
Small boy. Small boy.
14. Yeah, so they were like, hey, you're just gonna have to wait. And I was like, fine, I'll just wait, whatever, I don't care. I'm not getting that transaction code. But I told them I would get it for next time, the next time I have to contact you guys. And I did. But I didn't have it at the time I needed it, so I sent them a contact email with the confirmation transaction ID for my server. And that's all they should need to prove that I own that server. They don't need to care about who's owns Minecraft. All they should care about is who owns that server. But if they're like, hey, we can't proceed until we have your transaction ID, I'll be like, motherfucker, bam, I've got it. Here it is. I've got 2.
I have 2 of them's.
So I'm waiting for them to respond. They haven't responded yet. It's going on hour number 40. It's been about 40 hours since I've sent that email. We're waiting because apparently there is a message on Twitter that reads, hey, a ton of people are experiencing their world being deleted and not being able to roll back. We're working on a permanent fix. While we're working on a fix, contact Mojang support and we will restore your realm manually.
Oh.
So we know that they have communicated that they are both working on a solution and that we can and will be helped. We just gotta wait in line for everyone else that's having the same problem. And through 40 hours of people having shifts working at Mojang, there must be a stack of people that this is happening to. So that happened to us, and if it happens to you guys, don't get scared. It is a reversible thing. They do have your world backups. My server, even in its condition right now, has a world backup back to 30 days ago. So if you guys do lose your server, just contact Mojang. They have access to the world backups from up to a month ago. They will help you. We're just waiting for them to contact us.
So we will be able to still do the exit. That's what you're saying.
I am upset, but I'm not like screaming mad like I was with fucking getaroom.com.
Have we told that story on this show yet?
I think we have.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have.
I think we have told that
For
story
sure.
already.
Yeah.
But it did resolve in my favor. it resolved in me getting my refund back.
But hey, still fuck those guys.
Yeah. Also, another thing I started playing Fallout 4 again for one very specific reason. I wanted to make a Frank character.
How's it going, dude?
I was like,
I started playing Fallout 4 again.
I was like, okay, I need to make a character that takes all the alcohol he finds, hides it, and kills anyone who drinks. So that is what
alcohol exists in that game, though?
Huh?
What alcohol exists
Whiskey.
in that game?
Whiskey, beer.
A shit ton.
A shit ton.
Beer.
There's a bar in the game.
There's vodka, whiskey, wine, beer, bourbon.
I must just gloss right the fuck over
It must not exist like Diamond City.
Yeah, it clearly doesn't exist.
But yeah, so let's just say that bar in Diamond City is done.
It is donezo.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's everything. So apparently, Valve was talking about making this thing called Steam TV.
What?
Steam TV. Let's see. Has launched a video streaming portal that could be direct competition to Twitch and YouTube. Now, here's the thing. Early this week, they accidentally like put it up. Like the beta version of it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, wow, Steam, you really fucked up here.
Steam fucking up too.
Yeah. Not just EA.
Oops.
Yeah. That's a little thing.
You know what?
Let's talk about Battlefield. What?
You know who else is fucking up?
What?
Bethesda.
What? Oh, you mean with the whole like Bethesda, like you only get Fallout 76 on their streaming service kind of thing?
Yes, it is exclusive to BethesdaNet. You cannot get it on Steam.
And just so you guys know, Bethesda.net, not that great.
I've never even heard of it.
I had to use it. I had to use it to play Quake Champions.
Okay. Until they told me I couldn't get Fallout 76 on Steam.
You guys are telling me that I have to get it on fucking BethesdaNet?
Yeah, you have to.
I already wasn't gonna get it. Now I'm even less so gonna get it.
Right. I was on the fence. I really didn't want to get it, and now I'm definitely not.
Like,
going
say
to
what
get
you
it.
want about Uplay. At least Uplay has allowed you to buy it off of Steam before using their service. Like, I'm fine with using BethesdaNet as long as I can still buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
As long as you actually can buy it on Steam.
Yeah. But doing this, yeah, it's just fucked. I think they might be getting a bit too big for their britches. Sure, the games they put out last year were fucking great, except for Wolfenstein, but...
Except for Wolfenstein?
You know, it's just like, you make a few great games, all of a sudden you're amazing. Yeah, people will definitely buy off of our service.
But hey, oh wow, I just got...
Yeah, let's just get some small news out of the way. Metal Wolf Chaos XD has been delayed to mid-2019.
What?
Yeah.
No!
So we won't be able to party until mid-2019.
No!
Let's see, okay, so, yeah, the small story of a canceled Sega Genesis game. Made by DICE. There's a game that was going to come out on Sega Genesis called Hardcore. This is all the way back in 1994. And for the years until now, it hasn't even been talked about. Until now, it is going to be coming onto PS4 and PS Vita. So for anyone who, like, wanted to always play that game, now you can.
If you somehow remember it.
I mean, there must be some reason they're bringing back a canceled game. They had to have seen it and go like, "Wow, this looks great."
Hey, look at this game we never did anything with.
Well, the
We
thing
should
is,
do something with it. Why? It's
Sega's
like
over.
25 years old.
Sega's console system's over. They don't make any more consoles. They're busy with like Shenmue right now.
Yeah.
I need to get the Shenmue remasters, so I can look for Sailors. Yeah, it's gonna be coming out on PS4 and PS Vita. That's it.
Oh.
So
Mute that.
I haven't seen any gameplay of it, but hey, if it's worth bringing back from the dead, I guess it must be worth it.
Yeah.
You say that.
But do I mean it?
You mean it.
Um,
Look, for this, we're on the same level here.
yeah. Have you guys heard about Netflix putting video promos in between episodes of shows?
How dare they make me watch commercials like everybody else for the sake of ad revenue that makes them make more content? How fucking dare they?
For a paid service. A service we
And see, now
paid
that doesn't make
money
any
for.
sense at all because when you hit that subscribe button on Twitch, or there's also the setting I believe on YouTube now that has it. You can pay for. It gets rid of ads because it's a paid service that you're
Yeah.
paying for.
I have an old person centrist view on that.
What?
And I think this is because I'm
Hmm.
older, not
You really
Not-
aren't that much older, honestly.
not- a decade. I am 10 years older than Freelance.
Yeah, he is.
That's significantly older. But I my view on this is twofold. One, we pay for that. That's what our money is for, is to get the service without the bullshit. Like that that's why we pay Netflix to do it instead of just watching it, getting a movie from Redbox or something. But the other side of that is we pay for cable, and cable has commercials.
See, the only problem with that is a lot of people don't pay for cable anymore. A lot of people pay for Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll. Like, honestly, Chris wouldn't even have regular cable TV if I didn't explain to him that getting the package deal was cheaper than just getting internet.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that, I fucking use the TV.
Yeah.
But,
So it's-
most people just do that. They don't even have that stuff.
So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I just know that commercials are a great source of revenue. People who have enough money to actually
thing is, like, that-
pay
yeah, here's the thing.
advertise.
Here's the thing. Those commercials are like different companies giving them money. These are video promos for their own shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, this is video promos for Netflix's own crap. That is probably not even. It's more of that. Here, this may or may not be relevant to you, but Netflix, it's not. I don't give a shit about that, or I'd be watching that.
Like, don't you want to watch Bright?
No,
Should-
no
wait,
one
shouldn't-
wants to watch that.
Shouldn't they just have a little tab on the front of their?
The thing is, no,
like,
they
whenever
do.
you
They
log
technically,
in?
do this at the end of when you watch a movie and you finish watching it up. They're like, oh, here's something. A trailer's gonna start in 5 seconds, kind of a thing. But this is gonna be in between episodes of a show.
Right, like that would the movie thing you just said, that would be fine. But in between episodes of a show, do they have a skip intro button? Do they have a skip dumb bullshit?
If they did, that would be fine.
All this dumb bullshit.
If they did, that'd be fine.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a test. They're
Let
testing.
us decide whether or not it is relevant to us. If there were a skip button, it's like, okay, not relevant, click. Or, hey, what is this? I watched the
Oh,
trailer.
whoa! What's this?
Ooh, woo, yeah.
Ooh, what's
I have
this?
noticed your trailer.
Don't ooh woo! $350 fine.
Brad also agrees and hates that, guys.
Yeah.
Also, yay, thank you, Bread. Also, Peter Rabbit's on Netflix. Hell yeah. That movie is awesome.
Isn't that the very much so not a kid show version of this show?
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah. Someone dies in the beginning.
Someone dies in 20 minutes.
Oh.
On screen.
Yeah.
viscerally dies, their life leaves their body.
They explode.
Oh. They
It is
explode?
crazy.
Yeah, so the Nvidia conference happened, showing off their new graphics card. What was it? It was like the 2800.
Yeah, the 20 series have. come out.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, lots of power, I'm assuming. Yeah, but the conference was. It was a bunch of They basically talked about a bunch of features that you're probably going to turn off,
Really?
like
I
eye
didn't get to read off
reflections.
this whole
You
thing.
guys care about eye
What?
reflections?
Well, apparently,
Eye reflection.
wait, guys, we got an update. According to Brad, that setting is active and you can skip them.
Okay.
Ah,
I find
okay.
that mildly annoying that I still have to skip them and can't just turn them the fuck off.
I just wanna turn on the show and lay down like a husk.
Yeah, like, let me sit and veg out on my bullshit. Don't make me have to do work.
Yeah. It's like. No, yeah, there are a few Netflix originals that are good. Stranger Things is, well, the first Stranger Things season
Stranger
was
Things
great.
has ruined a saying for me. I can't say I've seen Stranger Things because I haven't. I've had to change what I say in that regard. That term of phrase.
Well, I've seen weirder things.
That's what I've had to change it to. Until they make a show about that. Now I've changed that again.
Weirder thing. Now, no, there probably is some like aside.
Strangerous thing.
It's literally just gonna turn into, I'm sorry, I don't pay for Netflix.
It's one of those. If one of things like Asylum made, making something that looks exactly like Stranger Things, but it's just shittier. And they're calling it weirder objects.
Weirder
Weirder
object.
objects. Why is the road to El Dorado only a 55% match for me, Netflix?
Because Netflix
I will
doesn't know how you live your
fucking
life.
kill you.
Both?
Netflix clearly does not. Netflix thinks it knows who you are. It has no idea who you are.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to fucking
Beat 'em up.
watch. I'm gonna watch The Road to El Dorado, and then I'm going to pray that one day we get a Robert Downey Jr. and Owen Wilson live-action version of it, and then I'm gonna give it a thumbs up so fucking Netflix can know me better.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, look at all this gold.
Wow.
It's an entire city. Think about what we could do with it. Wow.
Yeah, so Angriest Pat, two best friends, talked about the conference, and he's like, it's kind of awful. Hours in showing off darker rooms and slightly better shadows that you'll turn off for performance for a $1,200 card. Just tell people how many extra frames they'll get in a few games. That's all anyone cares about. And like, he's not
Yeah,
wrong.
a couple of
All we care about are the
yeah.
frames.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually pulled it up and I'm looking at the specs and I'm
Frame data.
comparing it to my 1070 and I'm just like, this will do nothing for my render time. At all.
So what you're telling me is it's useless.
It is the biggest letdown NVIDIA's given us.
Thanks,
The card
Nvidia.
is- The 20 series comparative to the 10 series. It doesn't really do anything. It's kind of a waste of money.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it just doesn't seem
It's
worth it
not
unless
worth-
you're buying a computer with that already in it.
yeah. If it comes with it, then that's great.
As long as it doesn't jack up the price by $1,200.
Like $1,200 extra dollars. Because let's face it, that $1,200 I could buy a 32 core Threadripper processor.
You can get a really good laptop with that money.
Yeah. Or I could get a processor that does 8 times the power that fucking graphics card does as a processor.
The Virgin 2080 or the Chad processor.
Or the Chad processor. Honestly, the fact that they made the 32 core processor that is largely unnecessary in every outside of like server use, which is what those have been designed for, is part of the reason why I haven't decided to start working on my rig. I'm probably still just gonna get the 1950X, but I'll probably get the second gen version of it just for better firmware.
Yeah.
But I don't need a 32 core processor.
Okay, so let's
It
get
costs
in,
$1,800.
let us get into like the bigger news stories, I guess,
Jesus.
or things that I was more interested in.
Things I was slightly more interested in.
Well, yeah. So apparently, Battlefield 5 isn't doing so well.
Imagine that.
What? Why would gaming journalism do this?
Because men hate women.
Yeah.
Wait, the rumor come out. Does
Does-
Battlefield 5 is gay?
Does Battlefield is gay is the most discussed in the media in a few years ago.
The most discussed in the media a few years ago.
Yeah, but it's like it's just everyone who talked about low pre-orders basically went back to a certain quote and was like, "Don't like our game, don't buy it."
I mean, where's the lie?
And no one did.
No one did. And it's like
No one
we're
liked
not
the game,
hating
so
it.
no one bought it.
We're not hating it because a woman's in it. We're hating it because it's alternate history, and that's not what Battlefield's about.
Yeah, Battlefield's about like actual this happened, not we're gonna literally rewrite the entirety of World War II here. Have fun.
And people are like, "Oh, but you can play as a black Nazi in Call of Duty World War II." That's the
that doesn't make any
multiplayer.
sense. That is like the biggest contradiction of all time.
That's the multiplayer.
welcome to multiplayer. It's a weird.
Yeah,
place.
it's like no, that woman isn't the single player.
Well, have you talked to my buddy who plays a half Tauren, half Blood Elf, son of Varian and Sylvanas, born on the Broken Shore, Demon Hunter?
No.
What?
Jeremy cannot claim ownership to that TRP writing, but we found a guy on Wormrest Accord who had that as their TRP quick note, and me and him both went, "That is the greatest story ever written."
Try to
So of
play.
course he shamelessly stole it for his rogue.
The reason why BF5 is getting hate is because there isn't enough Fortnite burgers in it.
There's not enough Fortnite burgers, dude. I gotta get my V-Bucks or a 0 out of 10 literally
It's like,
playable game.
like there's. Imagine if there's like we talked about this before. There should be a game that allows you to play as the women from World War II. A
Yes,
sniper elite
but
game
make it
as
the
the
real
woman
women.
sniper.
Would have
Yeah.
been great.
That would have been incredible.
They could still do it.
What? Battlefield 5 isn't that.
Yeah.
Someone
Or
can do
if
it,
you
but
play
it's
or
not
if you play a
Battlefield
woman from
5.
the Air Auxiliary Brigade.
That's the thing they can do, but Battlefield 5's not gonna do that.
And it's like, no, let's just have a Scottish man with a katana and a woman
What?
sniper on the front lines with a prosthetic arm. And it's just like Angry Joe from the Angry Joe show tried to like defend it. Cause
Okay.
it's just like, no, dude, it's just like it's stupid. If what was shown, if that woman was shown in multiplayer, that'd be fine. That would be totally fine because that is how you you should be able to customize your character in multiplayer. That's what makes you you. But if it's in single player, that just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense. The only time that's made sense is like, Halo Reach, where your character was literally a character in the game.
Yeah. And another reason why that the pre-orders might be low is some say it's because of the October release date. Apparently that's bad. That's like that fucks things up. But to me it's like,
What?
but Battlefield 1 was released in October. And that got a good amount of pre-orders.
Yeah, a lot of things actually release in October.
So I'm going to say
They do
it's
really,
because
really well.
it's because people are prioritizing games. And they're going, "Okay, what's coming out this half of the year? Spider-Man, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Red Dead Redemption 2." And they're going, "Well, Battlefield 5, who gives a shit? I've played a game like that before." It's been like years since Red Dead Redemption came out, so I'm just gonna not give a shit about Battlefield and move on to this. That kind of thing.
I'm gonna go play Red Dead Redemption.
Call of Duty's
Or-
gonna have Battle Royale.
Well, no. You know what's gonna be the big killer for anything that releases around that time? New Pokemon.
Life of
Let's
Black
be
Tiger.
real. And Life of Black
In
Tiger.
the life of Black Tiger.
Let's
Yeah.
be real. Those two games are what people are waiting for. If anything could come out ever, Nintendo could just go new Pokemon
New
title.
Pokemon.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure.
Literally everybody will run and play it.
I won't.
Dude, Freelance, I'll put it this way. Pokemon the trading card game outsells Magic the Gathering now. And I wouldn't believe this if it wasn't the fact that I've heard that from several different card shop owners. Magic product doesn't move like Pokemon product does. It has been revived. The PR that Pokemon has been doing for the last 2 years since the 20th anniversary on that game has been phenomenal. It has breathed new life into this game.
Yeah, it's always, but I'm not going to be paying. I'm not going to be buying Red Dead Redemption 2 for the multiplayer because I don't give a shit. I'm playing it for the single player.
No, I'm buying it for the story. It's for the single player. That's what people are playing the game for.
Anyone who still plays GTA Online is a gay lord.
Is a gay lord.
And yes, that includes that. Yes, that includes
like
Achievement Hunter.
Not like the Lord of Homosexuals. They're one of those bins that you have in warehouse stores that they just like put shit in to put it on trucks that it can't be palletized. That kind of thing. They're called gay lords.
And it sucked when like GTA 5 only got multiplayer DLC and not, single player DLC.
Yeah, everyone seems to really like GTA 5.
Oh, GTA 5 was good. Don't get me wrong, but I like GTA 4 more because the story in that was better.
Because the story was.
The writing was so good in GTA 4.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There's no lie there. There is no lie.
Like, my favorite discussion was like, "Aren't you afraid of your soul?"
Why?
Like Nico Bellic was like, talking like, "I've murdered people, kidnapped people, sold people." It's like, don't you worry for your soul? And like
No.
Nico Bellic said something amazing. Like,
Do you remember what it was, or?
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna look it up. He said something really amazing. I don't remember what that
It
was.
was it's such a long quote. Oh, yeah, here it is. So this is like the whole conversation. It's between one of the mob boss's wives and him. Life is complicated. I never thought I'd live like this. No? Nico Bellic. When the war came, I did bad things. But after the war, I thought nothing of doing bad things. I killed people, smuggled people, sold people. And then the woman's like, and you don't worry about your soul? Nico's like, after you walk into a village and you see 50 children all sitting neatly in a row against a church wall, each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off, you realize that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
Jeez.
Well, of course, my favorite quote. Hey, cousin, let's go bowling! But yeah, GTA 4 has just great writing, and GTA 5, like, I like that they brought more humor to it, but it's just like, in terms of writing.
Kind of fell flat.
Yeah. But I had fun with it. Let's see.
Oh, so for like a question. So, you write that novel?
Kind of.
You get what you know where that reference is from, right?
I don't.
It's
Drew
the
knows what that
Family
reference
Guy.
is from. It's
I don't
Yeah,
watch Family
the
Guy.
Family Guy. Oh,
Dewey
yeah,
making fun of
it's
Ryan
an
for
old
not
one.
finishing.
You made a mistake by assuming I watch Family Guy.
I thought you were rest on good memes, especially good writing memes.
When has Family Guy recently been good?
No, this is old Family Guy memes from a long time ago.
Yeah, back when I was probably like too young to watch it.
It's ancient Family Guy.
Let's see. But yeah, so in my opinion, I think Battlefield 5 isn't doing so well. Not just because of the historical inaccuracy, but because there are other games coming out around it that are like much higher priorities for other people.
Yeah, I don't feel like the fan base for Battlefield is still there. Problem, especially in the advent of Call of Duty 4 is coming out, and it's actually apparently really good from what I've
That's what lots of people say. That's what lots of people say.
Yeah.
Oh, World War II's pretty good.
Yeah, like, sans the really stupid naming convention, Call of Duty I. It's pretty good. I might even actually get it. And I don't even like Call of Duty, but it felt pretty good playing it on the beta. It is pretty good.
Yeah,
I
so
legitimately played a little bit.
you would? Have you tried it?
Yeah. I've played the beta with it. I got a beta invite because of being on BattleNet. And I played the beta weekend, and it was actually pretty decent. Like, it wasn't the Call of Duty I remember.
I might give it a shot then if it's open.
I don't know if it's.
I heard it's gonna be
beta
open
right now.
eventually.
Oh yeah, it was. I had the closed beta invite. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some work to be done, but it definitely is pretty good. I was surprised.
Anyway, so Kotaku, hey guys, guess what? Kotaku released this shitty article,
Whoa, not
Oh
Kotaku.
my god! What?
Not Kotaku.
and it's
The-
just like
the
what they
ru-
talk
the
about is
rumor
really
come
shitty.
out. The rumor come out.
Does
Kotaku is bad at gaming journalism?
Does Kotaku is bad at gaming journalism is the most discussed in the media in the few years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
In the
We'll
future.
figure it out. Where we make fun of gaming journalism and how collectively garbage it's become.
So yeah, this is what the tweet says. The Dark Souls series are great games. They'd even be better if some players could stop leaving sexist messages like weakness, hole, therefore man required ahead. Try two-handing and then destroy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
They're complaining about the multiplayer.
They're complaining about the
troll
messages people
that
leave.
Players leave.
Amazing chest
I
ahead.
have played next to nothing of that game, but even I know how fucking hilarious.
Like
those
one of the
things
most
are.
famous ones is before going into Guinevere's room. Amazing chest ahead, because she has a huge fucking. She's a huge. First off, she's a huge woman,
Huge
but she's got good
tracts of
tits.
land.
But she's huge. Yeah, she's just got great tits. But yeah, and the picture uses woman ahead. Try thrust.
Try thrust.
I'm just like, Kotaku, don't you have something better to complain about?
Yeah,
No.
Another thing. Don't you have something else to worry about? There has to be something else you could have reported.
Like,
on.
I don't know, something else just as shitty, like trying to dox someone from the Cyberpunk 2077 team.
Oh god.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Have we not? It's 2018, people. Can we stop outrage culture? Are we done with this? Have we passed this phase?
Yeah, so Gamescom has happened, and we'll talk more about Gamescom, but so yeah, more Cyberpunk picture. I think Cyberpunk 2077 pictures were shown. I'm not sure if gameplay was shown, but there's one tweet where some guy retweeted saying like, "I want more guys." I guess meant like either in the team or in the game, and someone on the PR team was like, "Did you just assume their gender?"
Oh my god.
Small dumb joke, very old. That's 2017, man.
No, but that's. We're still stuck in that outrage mentality.
And so
here
people
it
just got
goes.
mad.
Everybody get out your popcorn. Here it comes.
They're like, and not only that, they found out who ran the Twitter, and they doxed that guy.
Can we please stop doing that? Like, do
Like it's
people
a
still not
fucking
realize
dumb.
this?
It's a dumb joke. Get over it.
Yeah, releasing people's personal information online is never okay.
I'm sure the people
Yeah,
who
doxing
I'm
is
sure
not good ever.
I'm sure the people who like complain about it are the same people who make white people jokes. And I don't care. Make as much jokes as you want about
Is
my
that when
race.
you get
I
all
don't
the ones
care.
who retweet like damn white people in there, flips through deck of tarot cards.
Children's kindness.
My favorite one is damn white people in there, shuffles deck, pulls out card, clothes.
Yeah, the worst part is when I see freelance retweet those and I see the quoted tweet, I literally look at it and go, I can't tell if this person's being satirical or if this is serious.
Right, Republicans aren't the only ones who are stupid. Democrats are too. Yep. Liberals and conservatives are equally retarded. And
Yeah.
Guess what?
And
People
it's
are
like
retarded.
showing-
It's
It's
not so much
showing
that, it's more
more
so
recently.
anyone who will hard line in the sand one way or the other is an idiot.
in this current time, yeah, absolutely.
Like there's times where it's not a bad thing, like Nazis. No, that you're collectively probably in the right if you're not for supremacists.
Decide not to be a Nazi. Yes,
But
that's
when
all.
it's literally like, I want this one thing or this one thing, I can only pick one. Oh, that's stupid. That is contradictory to everything we stand for. That does not make any sense to me at all. Like, I don't understand why people can think like
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, in this country, it is extraordinarily terrible to subscribe to a political party.
And
Yeah.
you know what was one of the worst parts of this story is that there are people that are actually going, you know what, Cyberpunk? Being nice on the internet. I'm like, that's literally the opposite. That's literally the fucking opposite of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is being a shitty person.
Yeah,
Welcome to
that's
Great word,
Cyberpunk.
but I didn't think you know what it means.
You keep saying that word, but I do not think you know what. You do not think it means.
I know Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk's about being the shittiest person you can fucking be.
Yeah, it's dystopian.
Post Cyberpunk, you might be able to have a good argument, but even then. So yeah, guys, just like don't, unless this person is actually threatening to kill someone, don't dox people.
Yeah, like, don't dox them, bro.
Like, if it helps
Just
keep
so-
someone alive, go ahead.
Right.
If there's someone going like, I'm going to find this person, murder them, dox the fucking shit out of that person, because I don't want someone to die when something could have happened.
Right.
But if someone says something that offends you, scroll down.
Watch, something's gonna happen.
Or you can hit right, or you can hit the little down arrow and it goes, "I don't like this tweet," and you can just click that.
something,
and then you'll
something,
stop seeing the tweet.
something's gonna happen, and then people are going like, "See, if we dox that person, we could have saved that person." So like, just fucking beat the shit out of your ass. Let's see. Yeah, so lots of shit. Let's just talk about a few more.
Second place ribbons.
Let's just talk a little bit more about just shitty people on the internet.
That's interesting. I was sorry. I
Well,
was
freelance,
some-
freelance. Something happened for YouTube drama recently that I would.
Oh, you want to talk about KSI and Logan Paul?
I don't know what this is, but apparently a boxing match seems to have happened.
Yeah?
And,
Who
as
won?
someone who is bulking up and rebuilding themselves, I want in on this next time this rolls up. How do I get my name on this?
How about you and me? How about you and me, Specs? Let's go.
Dude, let's go. We'll go.
We
We're
go,
going 10
dude.
rounds.
I'm gonna beat you up, dude.
10 rounds. How's it going, dude?
How's it
I'ma
going,
fuck
dude?
your shit up. No, so what was the
Go
whole
full Frank.
thing?
KSI is like beating up a bunch of people,
Okay.
and I don't like that because I hate KSI. KSI's a cunt. But also Logan Paul is one, but you know.
I mean,
At least
I
KSI didn't
videotape.
videotape someone dead in the forest.
Yeah, at least he didn't do that.
I will fight every one of you. I'll fight you. I'll fight my mother. I'll fight myself.
I will fight myself.
KSI 1v1 me. Let's go.
But yeah,
Like 6
so I don't know who won. Who won? Or is it happening right now?
Apparently, it ended in a. The bigger thing was apparently people. No, I'm not making that up.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
What?
Apparently, to watch this fight, cost $10.
What?
I mean,
Yes.
let's admit this. YouTube saw us as a huge marketing opportunity.
I don't
It
think
was a draw, so everyone wasted their fucking money and time.
Hey, at least it wasn't the Mayweather fight. Or if you guys, do you guys not know about that fiasco?
I mean, I know about the whole KSI beating people up thing, but I know about the whole Mayweather fiasco, where he just kept on
Yeah.
blocking until Pacquiao
Yeah.
got tired and he's just like, get him a little dink and he's dead.
Yep.
Dead.
It
Pacquiao's
was.
dead.
That was definitely not an okay fight in the slightest.
It's
There
like, yeah,
was a lot of shadiness.
You
going
think they
on
would have
there.
told Mayweather like, hey, at least like throw some punches, make it interesting?
Yeah.
Like
Like,
this is a
throw the
show.
fight, but make
This
it
is a
look
TV.
convincing that
This is
you're
a show people are paying to watch.
Right.
People
Why is
go
there
in to watch the
so
Super
much
Bowl
talking?
to see high stakes. Someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose.
Yep.
But yeah, so let's talk about shitty people on the internet again. So I was there when this happened. I'm not sure how early it was, but it was like pretty. It was early in, or it was a few days ago. So there's this one guy. It's like a gay guy. He goes to a party, and he gets punched.
Uh-oh.
He later posts a picture, like a Snapchat picture, saying, "Got punched at a party because I'm gay."
That's why.
And so he started like, oh, I'm gonna start like sending out information, like getting people taken down for this because it's bad. You can't just punch people because they're gay. You know, like, oh yeah, go man. Like, yeah, fuck those people. But then it turns out that he wasn't even invited to that party.
Maybe you got punched because you showed up to a party.
Maybe 'cause you
uninvited,
should- yeah,
and you're
maybe
not
you-
Frank.
Maybe you got punched because you were drinking alcohol.
Frank, someone has alcohol.
Turns out the
Holy
person that turns out the person that
sorry.
punched him was Specs.
Well, someone came up to me and went, dude, this guy's got alcohol. Holy shit, dude.
Oh.
We gotta find this guy. We can't let this alcohol.
actually-
I'm gonna kill him, dude.
Shit, dude.
Hey, bro.
Anybody- Sorry, Frank doesn't punch. He thrust kicks.
Yeah, I thrust kicked the guy 3 times in the
Three
chest.
times in the
Thought I
chest.
punched him because I hit him so fast.
He
I hit him
specifically 3 times
I
in the
thrusted
chest.
the chest so hard, he just crumpled it like a rag doll. It was great. And then I took the alcohol to make sure that he didn't.
And he-
Well, wait a minute. I
Like
just
a
got a
rag
tweet,
doll.
guys. Someone just tweeted at me. I swear I saw some guy who looked like you. Apparently, I have many doppelgangers.
Was it Frank?
Because you do look exactly like Frank.
You do look exactly like Frank.
Exactly.
I'm trying to find that picture on my phone if I have it.
In fact,
But
those
yeah,
glasses
if-
make you look more like Frank.
Agreed that if he got punched because he was gay, yeah, fuck those people. But then instead it was because he wasn't even invited to the party and was probably crashing it like a douchebag.
And like,
And he probably had alcohol.
and like,
It probably had alcohol, which
And not only
you
that,
know,
like,
is
there's a
not
reason he
welcome
wasn't
at house
invited.
parties.
because the person who who was doing the party barely knew the guy.
That's Frank from House Party. That is exactly what he looks like.
That's exact. Yeah, no, yeah, the person in the thumbnail, that's Frank from House Party. He looks exactly like Specs. I'm not joking. Totally serious. But yeah, it's like this person went on a tirade, just like sending things to like the school to get people like kicked off the team, and like sending emails like principals like just to like ruin the host's parents, because it's like, fuck this guy. I don't give a shit if you're gay. Don't be a shitty person.
Yeah.
That's my rule in life. Don't be an asshole.
Right. Don't be an asshole. It's a good rule.
And yeah, but what was cool is that like a whole bunch of people were on the side of the host of the party and was like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
And even then, if they believed him, they're like, why are you putting this on Twitter? Just go tell the authorities.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Right. If it actually was true, tell a police officer or something.
Yeah. So
Well, you see, guys, that just makes him.
also, there's a picture of him.
A troublesome homo.
You are a troublesome homo. But yeah, also the picture he sent of
Full
himself.
circle joke.
The picture was of him like crying in his car. No bruise, no indication that he was punched in the face. So he might be lying.
Wait,
Yeah.
do people do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Lies?
That is impossible.
Now, apparently there is
Literally
there was
impossible.
someone
Everything on the internet is true.
apparently there was someone that called him a faggot.
Oh, that's unacceptable.
That's not good. Obviously.
If that is the reason, I would be the one doing the punching.
No, it was like even then like don't like you know how you wouldn't have been called that if you didn't go to a party you're not invited to.
Right.
That's a good way to not get called a faggot.
Now then again, not right. Not saying it's right. It's right to be called that. Not
No, but when you're crashing a party, you kind of bring all that
unless
crap
you're a
on
British
yourself.
person who's smoking a cigarette.
Yes, that is true.
But yeah, so
Well,
That-
you
that
know,
was-
right,
that was-
They don't crash parties.
that was shitty person on the internet this week. Number 1. Let's go to number 2.
Oh, number one. Only number one.
So there's this guy. Let's just call him John. John
Yeah.
gets a Tinder match for a cute girl. It's like, wow, that's a cute girl.
Girl.
I want to go out with that girl. It's like, the girl's like, oh yeah, I want to go out with you. It's cool. Let's go out. Meet me here. He goes there. Hundreds of other men there too, and the girl's in the center, and she's like, okay, let's play a game. And it's like
What?
a girl hired people to send messages to all these men to get them in this one place so that she can have them play a game for her affection.
Awesome.
How fucking
And it's like,
ridiculous can you be?
And apparently, like, CBS News says it's thousands of men.
Wow.
And like men got angry, understandably. And like in videos of where it showed the men getting mad, she was in the background rolling her eyes like, like no, you mess with people's hearts. You don't do that.
Well, it's Tinder. I mean, if it were a dating website, okay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
but still, it's like still.
What I would do is I'd be like, well, this is cool that you want to play your little game. I'm not going to, but you're going to need to chip in for gas.
Yeah.
Because I drove out here thinking we were going to have a date, and so
Hey,
if you just slide me a $5, and I'm calling it good.
I mean, I'm going home dry.
And like
but
people
I
go
guess
like,
I can call it
I
good.
mean, like, that's a shitty thing to do, but like, whatever.
and people are like, oh, it was a statement on how people judge each other by their physical traits. Like, yeah, that's how human beings work.
That's how it works.
I see a pretty
fucking animals, what
girl.
else?
I see a pretty girl. I go like, that's a pretty girl. I might want to mate with that.
I might want to mate with that. a
But
little
first,
bit.
I gotta get in on that personality and see how she is. It's like, like physical appearance is the first step in finding attraction.
Right. That's all we have until we talk to you.
And it's just like,
That's for men and women.
yeah, it
goes
works for
both
men and women.
ways.
Like,
No, if you do it as a man, it's not okay.
and as far as I know, like, there are people who are into every kind of person.
Yeah.
You will find a
true.
person that's into you.
Oh yeah, we have couples at TrotCon that are amazing, and you wouldn't think either person would be like into somebody else, but like they
Boogie
are
had a
perfect for each
wife.
other, and they're amazing.
Boogie had a wife.
Yeah,
Brad goes,
Boogie
don't
had a
say
wife.
that us ugly people will be triggered. Brad, I'm pretty sure, aren't you married and have a kid?
Yeah, Brad, you're married and have a
Your
kid.
name's Brad. Shut up.
Your name's Brad. You're one letter off from being a
Your
Chad.
name's
Shut up.
Brad. Shut up.
Brad is like lower tier Chad, but still a Chad.
Lower tier Chad, but still much higher than Virgin.
Yes.
Top tier bread, though.
Top tier bread. Toppest bread.
So yeah, those are just shitty
Yeah,
people on
Brad
the
is
internet.
already married and has 3 now children.
Oh,
A
nice.
third one happened.
Cute.
It's too many kids.
Yeah, it's like Philip DeFranco
It
says.
is too many kids, but it's like
If you can handle it, all power to you, man.
Gohan and Goten and then a third possible. So like I've got to work on training Tucker here soon. I'm going to, like Piccolo, kidnap his son and
Brad,
train
I just
him
like
to.
the sex.
You're gonna steal one of Brad's sons?
Yes, I'm gonna steal one of Brad's sons, and I'm gonna train him like Piccolo trained.
And he's gonna be
Gohan,
like, Big Green!
because he needs to be prepared for when the Saiyans arrive.
And you want him to call you Big Green.
Big Green, absolutely.
Ah, it's Big Green!
Big Green, let that child alone.
Let that child.
Let that child alone. Let me alone. Well, I wish you could have told me that sooner. Anyway, so let's talk about bigger news. Gamescom happened. Where you guys know, Gamescom is a gaming convention expo that happens in Cologne, Germany.
Yeah, we were gonna go until I realized it's in Germany.
It's in Germany.
And then we're not gonna go anymore.
And they were like, okay, we'll just go to Mag, PAX, and E3.
Yeah, Mag PAX and E3. I would prefer PAX West. I feel like PAX West is fun than PAX East.
Yeah.
But both if we can.
So yeah, there were release dates. There was gameplay shown, lots of cool shit. Metro Exodus, DMC5, Sekiro.
MC5.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about DMC5 because there's some awesome shit in DMC5. Let's just get release dates out of the way. DMC5 coming out March 8th, 2019. Shenmue 3, August 27th, 2019. Sekiro, March 22nd, 2019. So I'm just gonna say this right now. 2019 is gonna be a repeat of 2017. Of just amazing games coming out.
That would be really cool.
Like 2018, there are some great games coming out this year. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
yeah.
the amount 2017 had,
It was just ridiculous.
and the amount 2019 is going to have.
2017 2017 was a year too good for this world, and 2019 is going to be even greater. I have news about 2019 as well.
Oh, what's that?
I believe I mentioned it earlier this week. But Twitch is running the every episode of Pokemon ever for the next like forever.
Mhm.
Holiday 2018 has a special announcement on it during that marathon stream they're running. Just they'll have an announcement sometime during Holiday 2018. If we recall, when Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu were announced, as well as the Pokemon Puzzle Quest game, they mentioned, "Oh, hey, BT Dubs, we got one more cool thing for you that we didn't have anything to show you for free for this, but we got something else to show you." That they mentioned in a tweet. I believe that's going to be our first look at potentially what is going to become the 8th generation of Pokemon.
Nice.
Like, it's a completely speculation, but if they're announcing an entire full-fledged game, if they like a full-fledged game is coming out like next month, on top of another game on top of it was being given to us for free, and it fits the like mini Pokemon game genre. Here's a new type of game genre. Here's our new RPG that they've talked about wanting to put not on the handheld, but on the other handheld, on the Switch.
The Switch.
So we may be seeing the 8th generation of Pokemon. It may or may not actually be coming out for the Switch. Completely speculation. You could even call it game theory. We'll have to tune in.
Yes, check a theory.
We'll have to tune into that stream for sure, and I will definitely be keeping my eyes, ears, and
Yep.
internets open to
Yeah,
find
man.
out exactly
Keep
what
us-
that's
keep
gonna
us-
be. That's going to be super.
Keep us updated. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find any more news with Gamescom because there's more shit about it. I guess I could talk about, but
Shit you got. Shit you got.
here, yeah, it's the biggest announcements. Anyway, DMC 5 was shown, like gameplay of it.
Start feeding.
And some awesome shit happened in that gameplay footage. First of all, Dante dual-wielded a fucking motorcycle.
What?
Yes.
He dual wielded motorcycles?
No, a motorcycle. His motorcycle split in
motorcycle.
half and became weapons.
I mean, that's some of that like dick flick stuff. Like I want that.
I want
I want that because that is fucking
no.
awesome.
I believe they actually I don't think that's in Devil May Cry. I think that was actually accidental footage put in for WarioWare for the Switch.
Wow, that's a... How did Capcom get that?
Like I think that
See,
Devil May Cry has
the media
reached absurdity, and now it just needs to go ham.
Well, like,
just
I
has to go
love
down.
games that take things seriously, like, you know, Last of Us. But I also love games that go fucking head over heels crazy.
Whoa.
Absolutely yes.
Absolutely yes.
I love bizarre things. That's
Also-
one of the reasons I like Disgaea so much, is because it is just super funny.
Super batshit insane.
Dante was dual wielding a motherfucking motorcycle.
Yeah,
And,
that's good stuff.
Do
Looking
you not?
at Devil May Cry.
There are other things that were talked about were that the Devil May Cry has a system where if you play better in a certain fight, the music will get better.
That's hilarious.
So like if you get to like A rank, the music will be
What?
fucking radical.
But if you're like shitty, it'll be like.
Guess what? Well, guess what? Here's the funny thing. A lot of game journalists apparently did not know about this. They just wanted to talk about the gameplay as fast as possible, so they played through the game as fast as possible and didn't enjoy anything. And they complained that the music was bad.
Well, maybe if you get good, your game will sound better.
You know, obviously, like Niche Gamer said the music was good because they actually care.
Well, Niche Gamer is like one of the few actually good gaming journalists still present on the internet.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'll
a lot of those game journalists just showed how bad they were. This is like
I'll put it.
Polygon played
this way.
Doom gameplay bad.
Freelance gaming journalists are actually quite aware of how bad their medium is. To the point where I've had GameStop employees even go, no, Game Informer is literally so shit, I don't even read it. I just have to ask you if you still want to get it because it's my job.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, so Devil May Cry 5 is something I'm probably looking forward to because I need to get back into Devil May Cry 3, but I have beaten Devil May Cry 4, and that was a fun game.
I've never played Devil May Cry, but I'll probably play this one.
Why? Because you could wheel a fucking motorcycle.
I know I can dual wield a fucking motorcycle. That's all I
Let's
need.
just say, Capcom,
I
keep
feel
doing what
that
you're
is
doing,
interesting.
Capcom. You're doing great. You're doing great, baby.
Yeah.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I agree.
Except,
Capcom
I
did.
mean, they tripped up a little bit with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but, you know, they got past that.
They just needed to re-release Mega Man a couple of times and they'll figure it.
That reminds me of something that I wanted to say about Monster Hunter.
What?
Because it's Capcom. I was talking to Lelth, and I was like, Lelth, I don't like that some of the monsters are just reskins of some of the other monsters, but with one fight mechanic changed.
Oh,
or,
you
like,
realize how hard
fight
it is to make a
mechanic
skeleton in
changed.
that game?
It is, but
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I can forgive them. And she was like, and then I said, and it's for a very specific reason that you probably won't guess. And she was like, okay, I'll bite. What is it? I said, because fighting a reskinned monster in Monster Hunter is equivalent to fighting all the Mega Man bosses at the end of the game a second time. Mega Man fucking invented heroic mode.
In
Wait,
Capcom.
wait. True. Literally every creature in a Square Enix game.
Well, yeah, exactly. They're just reskinned harder
There's
version.
like 8 creatures, but there's like
But
17 different color variations that
but
progressively
Square
get
Enix-
stronger.
Square Enix didn't make Monster Hunter.
No.
Capcom did, and Capcom made Mega Man. So like,
Which they do the same thing.
right, which they do the same thing. But that's I forgive Capcom for doing that with Monster Hunter because I've been doing the same thing with Mega Man my entire life, and I haven't complained about that.
Right? Why start now?
Well, I start now.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is 2018.
So, yeah.
It shouldn't be acted like games I played.
Like, yeah, I understand. Dodogama is basically the great Jagras.
Yeah,
How-
yeah, it is. And
How could you
and
say that?
But Dodogama spits
Alright.
lava, and that's cool.
Uragon is the same as Radabon.
But the one thing they change actually does add shit to it. Like,
Little lava balls.
yeah, this one instead has bombs, or like,
Yeah, it shoots out little water.
yeah,
Got
little,
bombs.
and then there's like, yeah, lava Siath,
There are
and
4 different Rathaloses, and then, Lava Siath is the Giratodos.
like, yeah, no, it's fine
Lava
because
Siath is hard as fuck, though. I hate that one.
I can understand that. And yeah, no, there's also technically a reskin of Teostra called Lunastra, but Lunastra is much tougher because it's a female.
Yeah, and that, I mean, the species.
And Lunastra, you bet how she's going to protect her man.
The best design in the game for me is Valhazak, but my favorite.
Oh, Valhazak is so cool because it's a skinny ass dragon wearing other skin,
Yeah, and it's absorbing the life force of the enemies around.
and it just shoots out cancer.
How did we end up back on Monster Hunter?
Because
Because
Monster Hunter.
Capcom.
Because Capcom.
Capcom. Devil May Cry. Capcom's doing great right now.
Keep it going, sweetie.
Right, keep it going. That's how we got back on there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
Capcom's
so
just doing so well.
and they show more gameplay of like Nero, and apparently the rocket he was riding in the trailer is something that he can just pull out. So I don't know what's going on, but I like where it's going. And yeah, I'll probably look at it again. Oh, I haven't looked at it completely, but I do want to go back and watch it. As well as Sekiro footage. They show
Ooh.
Sekiro, and that game is fucking bloody, and it is definitely not a Souls-like.
It's not a Souls-like.
It's just a straight up action game. Yeah, and then also, yeah, I don't know if they showed Shenmue 3. They probably didn't. Let's see. Announcements. Until Dawn devs are making a anthology series.
Oh.
of like horror games. Until Dawn was like I think it was like one of the better games of 2016. It was a game similar to like Telltale games, except the choices actually do matter and characters can actually die. And
Like choices matter.
yeah,
New and exciting gameplay.
it's
No
fun
one's
when
ever done
it's
this
it's
before.
interesting when games that put a lot more effort into it actually have choices matter, like Witcher, for example,
Yeah, where things actually matter. Like those choices determine who you
or
get to
Divinity 2: Original Sin.
I need to play Divinity and Divinity 2.
I-
Those games look so
You know what?
good.
You know what we should do, Jerry? We should play co-op.
Co-op. Maybe.
All right, fine, whatever. The
Fine.
first game in the series coming out is called Man of Medan, and it's about like 5 friends on a boat, and they uncover some horrible secret. And it looks creepy, and it looks pretty good, and obviously it literally looks good. Let's see, what other announcements were there? There's a new Overwatch short.
There is.
Oh yeah, there
Pretty
is.
good.
I haven't seen it.
I heard it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Let's see. Saints Row 3 is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Zach will be interested in that.
Right. That actually sounds pretty fun.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else they talked about. Maybe
Did they
Gamescom
talk about
website
the
has some.
booty?
Hmm?
Did they talk about the booty?
Of course they talk about the booty. They always talk about the booty.
I'm talking about Black Flag. You know that, or not? I don't know what's called Black Flag. The new pirate game. That's
Skull and
not Sea of
Bones.
Thieves. That one.
No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
damn. Does Sea of Thieves have content yet? I still want to play that game.
It might.
See if these have
Does
content
yeah? Does it have
yet.
content yet? They
I
also
love
show.
that. Does a game that's already been out for months have content?
They showed Life is Strange 2. Not the same characters as Life is Strange 1, and people are mad about that, even though Chloe died at the end of Life is Strange.
Yeah, so it's
Is
like
that the game that
Nina?
like Sony was just like, hey, lesbians?
No, that's The Last of Us. That's an actually good game.
Oh.
Let's. Yeah, so Gamescom was just like a bunch of like, oh, it's a follow up of E3 apparently. But they did
Oh.
show some. But they did show some good things. They showed gameplay of Resident Evil 2 remake, which again, Capcom, good job, keep it up, sweetie. But this time they showed Claire gameplay, and it looks pretty good. They showed the Broken fight, and they showed Sherry, and they showed Chief Irons, and the effects of the machine gun like shooting and hitting walls and sparks coming out looked great.
Ooh.
But yeah, it looked pretty good. I pre-ordered the game. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition because there was a sale recently on the deluxe edition. Originally it was like $70, but I was able to get it for like $60.
Save 10 bones.
And
Yeah,
that's
$10.
like
$10.
that's enough to, and that's including shipping, by the way. And the deluxe
You
edition
also
comes
get
with
to
the
ship out of it?
the best part of the deluxe edition is that it comes with the original game's music, and that I just want to test that out. I want to try that out because
Right.
I know the music in this one will be great, but
To be honest, I spent $45 on a 4-disc CD set that came with all of the original sound bites and music of Pokemon Red and Blue.
I thought you were gonna say you got a whole CD that was filled with voice lines from Resident Evil 1.
But no. Why would I buy that?
Jill, you're here too? Yes. Barry, you're here too? It's a weapon. It's extremely powerful, especially against living things.
Especially against living things.
What about you, Barry? I have this. Barry, where's Barry? What a mansion. Don't. It's poisonous. It's a monster.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing. For
That's
you.
like ASMR for me at night.
Rabbit hole.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Let's move on to the
But
next
yeah,
thing, so we
in
fall
terms
off
of
the rabbit hole.
announcements, Hat in Time, they were
Co-op mode.
talking about a upcoming announcement on August 20th. August 20th has obviously gone and passed. And so they talked about, first of all, coming to Switch, which was a obvious next move for them.
Physical version.
Free
please.
split screen
Yes.
co-op.
Yes.
Which,
Like
does
the
that...
good old days.
Split screen, does that also mean online?
I don't know. How do you split screen online? That
That's
doesn't make
what...
sense.
Well, that's what Screen Cheaters is all about. Screen Cheaters is a multiplayer game where, like, everyone's invisible, but you can see all their screens.
What?
So you have to,
That's
like,
a thing?
you have to figure out where they are by their screens.
So you're saying I have to figure it out?
Shut up.
We got there.
We got there. So yeah, I'm not sure. I hope it's online, because if it's going the overcooked route again, I'm gonna be pissed. Overcooked is a game that's like, oh, it's couch co-op. Like, no one has time to do couch co-op.
But you mean you don't want me to stream Quiplash? You tell me we don't want to play Quiplash?
Quiplash is online.
It is. You can even play with your phone. We could have an infinite amount of viewers play with us. It's
Yeah,
great.
that'd be fun time. But like with this, I'm not like
dope.
I want to be able to play with my friends on Hat in Time. Also, the other girl who you get to play with is extremely cute,
Yes.
and it shows them dancing together, and they look like two smug little fucks.
I mean, are they not?
Listen, Hat Girl is one of the best characters of 2017.
Hands down, one of the greatest things ever given to us by anybody. Gears for Breakfast put themselves on the map with that one.
And then also a DLC called Seal the Deal, which will add, I think it's like 2 new maps and a whole new, like a new game plus mode, which makes everything harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going back to A Hat in Time.
Yep.
The game that started it all.
Now,
The
if
game that
you
started the channel.
crowdfunded this game, you get the DLC for free. No need no matter what. But if you can get that DLC within the first 24 hours of its release, you get it for free permanently. If you're too late to that, it's $5. So that's not even a lot of money.
That's how DLC should have been. This is how DLC should be.
Yeah.
Gears for Breakfast.
Also,
continues to-
the nostalgia badge looks great.
Yes, the nostalgia badge.
Basically, he doesn't know, it turns the game into a Nintendo 64 game in terms of graphics.
You know, the throwback that the game is to Nintendo 64.
And I'm just like, why didn't Yooka-Laylee do this?
Because
Because Yooka-Laylee sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking garbage.
And it's all because they didn't put JonTron in. That's the reason. That's the complete
Had
reason.
they put JonTron in it, I think that game would have done better.
No, we're joking, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Are we though?
are we?
Are
That's a good
we?
question. Let's see. But yeah, so excited for more Hat in Time. Hopefully it's online co-op as well, because I want to be able to play with people and dance with people. That'd be great. Okay, so let's get that started out of the way.
I have returned.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about Hat in Time DLC.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hat in Time is super
It's a situation where if you get it on the first 24 hours, it's free permanently. But if you're too late, it'll just be $5.
Great. Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, we got when it comes out, we got to be on the ball, Specs.
Dude, I will be downloading it right away. Like, you fucking. Who are you talking to right now?
Yeah, but sometimes I might forget.
God, I need to pre-order Call of Cthulhu next time I get paid. It's
Oh,
gonna be fucking dope.
yeah, I'm iffy on it
Hopefully
because
we'll
I'm
be
iffy on that. Like, I love Call of Cthulhu: Dark Horns of the Earth, but I'm iffy on the new one. I'm just gonna let it come out and then see how it is.
Oh, I'm playing it day of. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I mean it looks cool.
It's fucking Lovecrafty, and I can't not play this game.
I know, we were watching PC Gaming Show and they showed off this detective shit game where that Lovecrafty and you're like, dude, I'm getting that.
Yeah,
That
was the first thing I did.
So has anyone heard about this High Guardian Spice thing?
What?
Crunchyroll is making an original content.
Uh-oh.
I heard about that, but I didn't hear what it was.
It's called
Is
High
it-
Guardian Spice, And
is it an animu?
it is. I don't know. Well, technically, yeah, because even cartoons are anime.
No, no, no. Rage.
I hate people like that. Like, no, listen, anime in Japan, that's a cartoon.
Well, freelance, I guess you would hate my roommate.
I hate your roommate.
Uh-huh.
Got him.
But no, like, I'm not gonna say it's bad because it hasn't even come out yet. All I know is that the trailer.
I'll let it come out and be bad, then I'll say it's bad.
Yes. It's gonna
Like all
like
other
when they
anime.
showed a trailer of it, they didn't show. The bad thing about the trailer is that they showed no content.
Oh, that's not good.
They showed pictures, they showed sketches, they showed concept art, and they showed who made it. And there was a bunch of women with dyed hair, and they looked a lot like radical feminists. And like, I'm not saying that that's why it's gonna be bad. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad at all. I'm just saying like,
It's gonna be bad because they're gonna actually be radical feminists.
and like, I'm not saying oh it's all women. Apparently, like 50% of their staff is men. But like, we don't know if that's male feminists or not. And I'm not
Oh,
talking
you're
about
right.
male feminists. I'm talking about male feminists.
Oh.
I'm talking about the ones that rape women.
Oh.
Yeah, those are not the good.
So yeah, Higher and Spice. You know, it's great that these people are getting like are actually like making something, and like Crunchyroll is supporting them.
Let's hope it doesn't suck.
All the best for them. All the better for them. Hope it does well. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm just not gonna watch it because I don't give a shit about Crunchyroll.
That's the same reason I'm not gonna watch it because I don't pay for streaming services because I can't fuck with that shit.
Yeah. Also, because Crunchyroll
Do I
doesn't
look
fix.
like I make the YouTube and the Twitch money? I don't make that
Crunchyroll
money.
doesn't fix any of the problems with it. So why would I pay for that service?
Exactly.
But yeah, so don't know how it's gonna do. But there are people online go like, "Oh, because it's being made by women, it's gonna be bad." No. Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
It's pretty good.
Full Metal Alchemist is pretty good, and it's made by women.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I believe the only reason that it was stopped being writing on is because she died.
She's not dead. Is she dead?
I was told she died, and that's why they stopped working on it. Like it was.
They
supposed
never
to go
stopped. Well,
further.
they never stopped working on it because it just finished itself.
Well, no, there was supposed to be more past that.
No, she's alive.
Oh, I don't know then.
She's 45 years old.
I guess she just stopped working on it then.
Oh, apparently
There was supposed
she had a male pen name because I guess if a woman's name was on a manga, it'd be like, oh,
Nobody
women
would
can't
watch it.
write. No. Yeah,
Wait,
some of the greatest anime, like well-known anime in this world, is made by women. Sailor Moon is made by a woman.
Yeah.
I didn't like Sailor Moon.
Well, I've never watched it, so I can't really say anything.
Oh shit! I didn't like something made by women. I hate women.
Yeah, wow, I can't believe Specs hate women. And to think, he guards all the alcohol.
The
No,
rumor,
wait.
The rumor come out.
out.
It is the biggest in a few years ago.
Is Specs hate women?
Is Specs hate women?
Oh god.
Could you imagine if
I-
we had like a more active viewer base? Like this, like there would be so much dumb shit all over Twitter every time we do this show.
Yes, that is true.
Oh,
And
that would
no,
be
hey,
bad.
we'll probably build up that audience.
Hey,
And
look, we got two people right here, and we love them.
I have 3 people over.
Does-
on Twitch
yeah,
right
I
now,
got-
so-
I got- I got someone over
Red is
here.
here.
I got someone over here on YouTube.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at
Uh,
all the fans.
21 episodes in, and we finally have some semblance of an audience.
Right? It's
It only took
getting
us
there.
it only took us 21 episodes to figure it out. I think we got it.
My favorite anime, Ranma Half, is made by a woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was one of the ones that they talked about. Yeah.
My favorite anime is made by a really cool dude.
Oh,
Hell
we'll
yeah, it
get-
is.
Who is this dude? Is his name? What's his name?
It's Akira Toriyama.
So yeah,
Toriyama.
okay. I didn't. I was going to guess, but I was like, I might as well just let him say it. Because I know it's Akira Toriyama, isn't it? Because I know you guys love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And
Hello.
And like, Dragon Ball Super's just so good.
Brett
It's just so good.
Just because I didn't know you were doing this, I just happened to get on my PC and then this started.
Well, Brad, that's how we want other people to find us. Completely by accident.
In fact, I expect.
Seriously, share the links.
Yeah, share
You're
links.
still not
Spread the
getting
links out,
Share the
guys.
links,
You can-
Brad.
Well, Brad, when you go to the Twitch page, when you're on the channel page, that's not the channel page. That's my channel analytics page. That's a different thing. The actual channel page, up in the corner, I can't see it because I can't follow myself. But next to where it says stream chat, there's the follow button. Underneath that, it says notifications, and you turn that to on, and then it'll send you desktop notifications.
Same for people on YouTube. There's a bell notification near the subscription button.
Yeah, when you
that
dingle
bell.
dongle the bell, the dingle dongling the bell lets you know we go live or upload new content.
Yeah.
Awesome. You should totally do that.
And now we're doing a thing where like we're spreading our thing farther, where Specs is going to be doing it on Twitch, and I'll be doing it on YouTube.
We are spreading our seed all over the internet to plant and grow the fruits of our labor and loins.
That's right.
That's how we roll.
So, this happened in real life.
What?
Because I went upstairs, and there's a little dry erase ceramic thing that my dad typically leaves notes for my mom on. And however, I went upstairs, and there was a note for my dad for my mom. And the note reads, "Banana in oven."
What?
Did you check the oven?
So, I looked at the note, "Banana in oven," and I turned and looked at the oven, and I could have sworn I saw something. So, I said, "This isn't a thing. This can't possibly happen." I open the oven, and there's a banana on a tray in the oven.
Is it cooked?
No, it's just a banana.
in oven.
Banana
that's-
in oven.
That sort of describes my mom. Like, I would say she's starting to get dementia, but no, she's been like this my entire life. Banana in oven.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, the rumor come out. Does banana in oven?
Does banana in oven?
Hit us all up on Twitter. Tell us
Banana
what you
in
think.
oven
Does
is a-
banana in oven? Leave
Yeah.
your explanation in the Twitch chat.
The rumor
Well, just
come out.
chat.
Does
The
banana in
rumor come
oven?
out. Does banana in oven?
Banana in oven is the most
You
discussed
decide.
in the Flashy household in the few years ago.
In the few years
Even
ago.
as happened in 2018, but some of the public still curious about what is exactly happening, and to be the reason there is a rumor comes out about the banana in the oven.
The banana in oven.
At the time, banana became the massive in oven.
I just
Yeah.
I figured I'd share that because that is bizarre.
No, that's a great.
I mean,
Banana in oven.
Drew, does it mean the time that I stayed over at your place and then for 3 days your mom didn't even there?
So
I
what's-
don't know, banana in oven.
So let me ask you something, Brew. What's wrong with your mother?
Well, she's always had this like artistic mind,
What?
but never had anything to do with it. So, because she wanted to be an animator for Disney.
No, Drew. Brad's got the best explanation. Banana in oven is just our parents' generation of sock on the doorknob.
Or bun it, or saga. Oh.
Oh,
The rumor come out. Banana in oven.
banana in oven.
Hang on, guys. I gotta go put a banana in my oven.
My mom has been really artistic all her life. She wanted to be an animator for Disney. She could have done it too. Very, very good drawer. She's a sketch artist.
What happened?
She could have done it. She did go to Orlando and tried to get in foot in the door with Disney, but she didn't have any connections, so she wasn't able to do that.
Ah.
This is before Disney internships were a thing, and so she wasn't able to quite make it there, and that sucks because she would have been really good at it. Like, she's fantastic.
Back in the days
But-
of I can't just post my portfolio and be like, oh, We want you.
Right, exactly.
But you,
So
like, you
my
have to know
mom-
someone who's there. It's like getting into GE.
My mom would have been a line artist. She would have been an actual cell shading animator, which would have been amazing. Or we would have had cells like from original cartoons all over our house. Like we would have had Mulan and like real like Disney
I
old
prefer
classics.
Pineapple in Sync.
I don't know.
I think there's a pineapple emoji on Twitch. Let me see if I can find it.
I think gun in
But-
fridge is better.
she
I think gun in fridge.
She used to do things like when she worked as a graphics designer at the newspaper, she would kidnap her coworkers' stuffed animals that they would keep on her desk, and she would take them on vacation with us.
She would kidnap her coworkers.
That's what I got from that.
She would kidnap her coworkers' stuffed animals and take them on vacation with us and take pictures of the stuffed animals doing things and like she would see hot girls at the pool and be like, "Hey, will you do me a favor and hug this stuffed animal up against your chest? I'm gonna take a picture of it for the person that owns the stuffed animal at home." And like the girls were like, "Oh yeah, that's so cute." And like she had a project.
She
to draw a still life.
specifically looked for hot girls.
Yeah, she wanted to give the stuffed animal to a hot girl so that like they could hold it between their boobs.
Okay, chat. Let it be known that Drew's mom and those stuffed animals have gotten more action than Spectre. let that be known. The rumor come out. Spectre is not the Chad.
Well, obviously she's had more action. Drew is
Right.
living proof of her action.
That's true. She is, and so is my sister. 2 actions, but
Brad
Not to
has had
mention
more
all the
action
hot
than
girls-
you,
Not
Specs.
to mention all the hot girls at Disneyland.
Yes. But also, she had a project in school. Like one of her art classes was to draw a still life. So she went out and she found some roadkill.
What?
She found a dead raccoon, and she went to Party City and she bought a top hat and cane and drove back to the raccoon and placed the hat on the raccoon, the dead roadkill raccoon, and the cane next to it, and took a picture of that and then took it home and drew a picture of that picture.
Drew,
And that was her project.
your mother's amazing.
Yeah, my mom is
But
incredible.
what the fuck is about this banana in the oven?
As soon as I get up tomorrow, I'm gonna ask.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
Mom,
hey, mom.
What
Hey,
the crap?
hey, mom. Let me ask you something.
This is,
Does banana in the oven?
Does
does banana in oven?
The
And then
rumor come
followed
out.
up with, The rumor come out. Does banana in oven?
That's so weird.
It really is.
But, you know,
Like, that
I'd
explains
rather have
me.
a mother like that than, like, someone who's just boring mother.
Yeah, that's true. She's
That's
always
fair.
been funny. Her sense of humor is bizarre, and I love
Put a
it.
top hat on some roadkill.
Bought it from Party City.
That means she saw this roadkill and was like, perfect. She saw a
I need a still life. I need a still life. Deer standing and thing. No, I need a still life. There's like a bear in the woods. No, I need a still life. Dead raccoon on the road. Perfection.
perfection. No, I no, yeah. Oh god, that's great.
Yeah. So, if any more odd notes arise, I will let you know. My mom has this like cat thing. It's a little cat, and it's solar powered. And when you flip a switch on the back, its eyes, which are gigantic, light up, and it's super creepy. So
I can imagine.
sometimes, but not always, my mom will turn it on and leave it out on the porch for when I get home.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, God, it's there.
Didn't
I'll
she
pick
also
up-
keep a little frog skeleton on the front porch?
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
what?
We found a frog, or we found a toad in our yard, and for 2 years it stayed in the same place.
Oh, George, that sucks.
But-
Your cat ran away today. That
But
blows.
then it died, and then she took the toad and she posed it and kept it as a decoration for the porch.
I thought it died like that.
No, my mom positioned it like that.
Oh.
So this toad's corpse for months was just a decoration for her house. So yeah, my mom is that kind of badass. She takes the corpse of her enemies and uses them as decoration.
So she lives in Mania from Spring Isles.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, man, that's just like
That's fucked up. I
It's
didn't know she
amazing.
posed it.
Yeah,
I
she
hope you
posed it.
find your cat, George. That sucks that your cat ran.
yeah. Man.
Yeah, that really does suck, George. I mean, I feel that.
Have you checked the
I
banana?
feel that. Have you checked the banana?
Yeah,
in
have
the
you
oven?
checked the banana?
So wait, so she put the banana in the oven, and what? She drew it?
No, she. There's actually 2 bananas. I don't know why, but like it's on a tray, which means she did it on purpose, instead of just putting it on the grill that's in the oven. She actually took a tray out, put the tray down, and then put the banana on the tray,
As opposed
I
to
don't-
accidentally putting a banana in the oven?
as opposed to just grabbing it and putting it in the oven.
Dad's gonna get up for work in the morning and just be like,
Honey, why is there a banana in the oven?
Right, and she's like, "Well, I wrote you a note."
I just find it funny. It's just find it funny. Like, you see, oh hey, look, a note, banana in the oven. Huh? There's no fucking way.
well,
Yeah,
you see, Fritz, when you get older, you gotta keep it interesting to keep the marriage alive.
That's why we
because
put.
my dad is gonna wake up in 2.5 hours, and he's gonna see that note because he takes the bananas to work, and he's gonna see that note and be like, "Why?"
No, he's gonna be like, this is why I married you.
Right, exactly. And like, I'm wondering if Dad, who he is not as creative as Mom, but I'm wondering if he would like write another note.
But
Like
why?
he'll probably write something for like "Thanks for banana." But if it were me, I would hide one of her things and be like, "Oh yeah," because she has this rabbit thing that for some reason is on the counter. It's one of those decorations that you keep outside, but for whatever reason, right now, I think she brought
Wait.
it in to clean it off.
Wait. Was it a living rabbit at one
No,
point?
it is a ceramic rabbit,
Okay, this is an important question to ask.
and it's sitting on the counter. I would hide that, and I'd be like, I would put that in the fridge and be like, "Rabbit in fridge."
That's what a good husband would do.
Right. Dad will probably just write down, "Thanks for banana. I love you."
How romantic.
Right.
Yeah. So,
My mother is the intuitive, creative one. My father is the emotional, but not so creative one. He's the one that's super romantic and buys Mom all the nice, lovey stuff.
it's like,
and
hey,
Mom's
honey, I love you. I got this gift. Oh, cool. I left a banana in the oven.
Oh, yeah!
He's just
Oh,
standing
come on,
he's
let's
just
fit
standing there like,
it.
you did what?
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. Because my mom's not super romantic. My mom,
She's very blunt.
yeah, she's like, whatever, cool. You're cool. I love spending time with you.
You're
I love
cool.
you, but like, she doesn't like the romantic stuff. She likes the silly, fun stuff. So like, we get her pop-up cards and cards that dance, like birthday cards that'll have dance.
It's like it's like the difference between me and my sister when we get cards for my dad's birthday. She always gets something that's like, oh, it's sweet. Oh, daughter loves her father, and mine's just like, I'm just gonna be fucking silly. And I remember there's one's like, you're a great black dad.
Or you sent your best friend in secret, 2 cases of Diet Coke,
Diet Coke.
accident.
Yeah, or it's like,
because you thought it was one.
at the library I work at, they write down everyone's birthdays and they get cards for them on their birthdays, and it's like,
okay, cool.
so for one person, I knew he was a shitlord a bit. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I got his cards. It's like, congratulations, you're one step closer to the end. I was like, yep, that'll work.
Lelf has a brother. Well, several brothers, but
I was
Lelf,
gonna say, was that the story? Love has a brother.
Oh, cool story.
Lelf has a brother, and brother is I think his name is Vlad. I can't remember what his name is, but he is a very silly person. And for Christmas last year, the card that he got for Lelf was "Congratulations on your baby," but he crossed out "baby" and wrote "Christmas." Just, congratulations on your Christmas.
Okay. So, story time is set. Fritz, what's next on the docket?
Alright,
What we got?
I do need to go to bed soon, so let's finish the docket.
Overwatch Lego sets, they're happening.
I'm gonna spend so much fucking money
So
on
much
that.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
money.
pretty cool.
That
That is pretty cool.
And Amazon's a
Lego's
shitty
amazing.
company news.
And Amazon's
Yeah.
a shitty company.
Amazon is no longer providing a 20% pre-order discount for Prime. Instead,
The
you
rumor
get
co-
$10 in
the rumor-
Amazon. Instead, you get $10 in Amazon credit.
The rumor come out. Does Amazon is cheap?
Yeah, it does. Amazon is cheap.
In the few years ago.
A few years ago.
And also, Specs sent me a video called "The Worries About Nintendo Online." Would you like to talk about that? Yeah, by Logan Plant.
Did I?
Yep. Yep.
thought it was... I don't think I watched it.
Praise of Nintendo.
Then
Did I
why?
send you something I didn't
Then
watch?
why the fuck did you send it to me?
Oh, I thought it was a story. I didn't know it was a video. Oh, see, I thought this was a story. I didn't watch a video.
Yeah, if it was a story, I was like, why did you send me a video?
See, I'm also questioning why I sent you a video.
It's like, why'd you put the banana in the oven?
I don't know.
What?
Why did I put the banana in the oven?
Honestly, it seems
Really?
it's gotten to a point where your father would just go like, understandable. Have a nice day.
It's just in all caps. Day.
Like, banana in oven machine?
Four
Banana in
years to
oven
work
machine
to
broke.
find out.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Banana in
Have
oven
you seen the
machine, bro.
banana?
Yeah. So.
Honestly, I did that to Wendy's the other day. I went. You guys got that buffalo chicken sandwich, the buffalo ranch sandwich? No, we don't. Understandable. Have a nice day. And then I pulled out of the drive-thru back to work.
I know that there's one thing going on, like, oh, you guys got a Fortnite burger,
What?
and people are like, oh my god, they're like people who you ask that to, they get like so confused. Like, no shit, they get confused. You just asked them about a Fortnite burger.
Well, I mean, what would you do if someone asked you for a knife? What the fuck do you put on that? What is it? A burger with a fork and a knife on it? Like, it's not how you eat a burger.
No, it's
Somebody
a
eats
it's a burger
those.
with a laptop on it that's playing Fortnite.
Why?
Cause fuck you.
Because fuck you. That's a good.
How long have you been knowing each other, and how did you meet?
That's a really.
Me and
good
Specs
question.
have known each other for a few months.
The
me
rumor
and-
come out. Does freelance and Spexify know?
Me and Drew, we know each other for a couple of years. I met Drew because I think Punk introduced us together, right?
Really?
Drew?
Fuck was it? Did Drew just get xenomorphed?
Ah!
Just being crazy.
Uh,
I'm only able to hear parts of what you guys are saying.
shit. How about now?
Close everything. Okay, so it was because Punk invited me onto the show.
Yeah, we invited you on to the Brotocast, which was the podcast that got me into podcasting. And I think just like we just kind of hit it off pretty well, and we even like just made the joke that we are just gay for each other.
Yes.
Yes.
The rumor come
And
out.
I was
those
made a
freelancers gay?
co-host of the show.
Yeah. And yeah, here we are.
And
How'd you meet
Specs
Specs?
and I, well, I actually was introduced to Specs from one of his friends from the Brony fandom, Silver Slinger.
Oh yeah,
So-
Silver Slinger.
The jeweler. So like, I knew Silver Slinger from Toxic Mario. Told me about him. And so I-
Guy.
He is a weird guy. He's a good guy. He's just a little bit strange.
I don't know what you expect of someone named Toxic Mario.
Well, he told me about Silver Slinger, and I sent him a message, and we ended up talking on Skype, and then Specs ended up calling him and was like, "Hey, can we just add one of my friends to the call?" And I was like, "Sure." And then it was Specs. So I was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "Hey, this guy's pretty excellent."
And me and Specs met through Drew.
Yes.
I guess that's how it worked.
And that's basically how it went.
The rumor come out.
The rumor come out. Does Freelance 7 is gay?
Seven is gay.
Does Freelance 7 an oven?
Does that make Banana in Drew?
There is. This has caused much outrage in the last couple of years and in 2018.
In the few years ago. Yeah, so, yeah, but, I know I've made a thing where I just cut out unexpectedly. But, not in the mood to do that today.
I'm not doing that to run that gag anymore.
I'm
Oh,
surprised
no.
you didn't.
Oh no,
cut
I'm
out
gonna do
after
that gag. I'm gonna do it again. This will be the one exception. I'm gonna keep doing it. Trust me. It's basically become a staple of this. But today, nah.
Right.
Okay.
So, what are you guys working on?
Getting back to doing content, working out, eating better, not
Eh.
sucking at life.
That's good. Those are good things
Yeah,
to do.
good things to do.
Yeah, that's actually a great healthy list. Specs. Good on
Right?
you.
No, I'm actually looking at a couple other things. Like, I want to figure out how to actually get into like game casting. Something I've honestly wanted to do for a very long time.
Hmm.
I just don't know how to do that, but it's something I want to definitely do. It's fun
And Drew?
actually.
I am going to
Get
get-
promoted to customer.
get promoted to customer. I soon will be jobbant. I'm going to search for a new job, which probably be nighttime security. I will be joining Voices.com for their $400 a year membership, and I will be making a profile and a demo there. I will set up my new microphone. I'm going to record for one of my friends, Chef Joe. He wants to record certain fanfic that he likes, and I'm the narrator in one of his
Oh, dude, is it
fanfics.
with the grace of a swan? Please tell me it's with the grace of a swan. It's the greatest story I've ever.
I wish it was.
Is it
but,
My Immortal?
It is not My Immortal either.
Oh, what the hell? What kind of piece of shit are you listening to? Then?
Is it For Biden Love?
No, but that sounds amazing.
The Temptation of Udard Cullen?
Though I'm gonna do voices.com and set up my stuff, and I'm start recording again. That'll be good.
I once read My Immortal for an entire stream and like finished it that same day. And I'll tell you, I have never felt more dirty in my life than when I finished that. Nope, no joke. I took a shower after that.
I'm literally looking at a picture from Brian while he's at MitsuriCon of a Lupin the Third figure riding the lizard things from Star Wars with another lizard thing with two clone troopers riding it, chasing after Lupin the Third. And it's captioned "Officers in
Awesome.
pursuit of suspect in stolen vehicle."
Yeah, as for me, I am Still, like, from time to time working on my novel. I got college coming up. Hopefully it won't be that stressful, but who knows.
It sounds like shit.
Yeah. But if it gets too tough for me, I am going to be I might drop a class because I'm taking like 6 classes this semester, and I probably shouldn't. Other than that, the Ruby fanfic I'm working on is still in progress. I'm working on the outline, but I got all the introductory character shorts finished pretty much, and those will be released
Awesome.
once we got art.
Oh my god.
What?
Phil just shared a article from Fox News on Facebook. Battle Creek woman arrested for stinking up toilet and closing down restaurant.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is it what state? What state?
Shit. Hang on. Let me pull up the article.
I'm
Find
hoping.
out.
I'm hoping.
It's important. Battle Creek, Michigan.
Damn it!
State. Oh my god.
So close.
I was
This is
hoping.
too-
No, I was hoping for Florida.
This is too
Uh-huh.
graphic for me to share with, Hang on, before we end the stream and I go to bed, let's read this to the chat.
Sure, go ahead.
Battle Creek, Michigan. Police and fire paramedics were called to a restaurant when it had to close its doors early on Friday evening after one spent 45 minutes in the bathroom causing unbearable inhuman stench. The 34-year-old woman kicked open the restaurant door shouting, "Out of the way, I'm prairie dogging,"
What?
and ran through the dining area, which was at capacity, mind you. "We were so crowded, people were waiting up to 2 hours for a table," says the hostess. In comes this crazy woman, already smelling like she dumped in her pants, running towards the bathroom. One customer adds, "I couldn't breathe. I knew she was in there Wow, I can't read this little. "I knew she was in there blasting fudge monkeys, but the smell was toxic. I thought I was going to have to take my son to the hospital for sulfur exposure. He was coughing and dry retching all over the place. That woman is some sort of beast. Humans are not capable of something so foul."
Is this
Holy
this isn't a joke, right?
No, I'm not even done. I'll give you the link to Fox
Give me the fucking link right now.
The first responding firefighters had to gear up with oxygen tanks thinking there was some sort of gas or chemical leak. "Never in my 30 years on the job have I seen anything so rancid," states the fire chief. "It was dangerous sending my guys in there. These men are heroes." The woman was arrested for domestic terrorism and held on $1,500 bail. The image is too graphic for me to share on Twitch. It will get me probably striked, so I will not be sharing it on Twitch. I will send it to you guys in the Discord chat, though. And yes, it is absolutely off foxnews-us.com.
It is apparently definitely a joke.
Is it bad that I expected the race of the woman? It just felt like it would be an African American. It would make sense if I could just see a African going like, "Hold on, I got a shit."
I
Oh man, she kicked open the restaurant doors. You didn't mention she kicked open the restaurant doors.
I did.
Oh,
I
you
read
did?
the whole article.
Oh my god, that's great. I got a
That's
shit.
okay. And here's the immediate next post from Phil. You're welcome.
Why are there straps on his legs?
Oh yeah.
Also-
There's 3 pictures of like craterous terrain, and it goes Mars, the moon, Buffalo, New York.
Was it a Buffalo Wing restaurant?
No, it's a road.
Oh. It's just like, damn, man, how could shit that bad? That's
Harry Potter coloring book, except I made Voldemort into Steve Harvey.
that's where you gotta like put your body parts into question. Like, what's wrong with your digestive system?
Everything.
Ugh.
Yeah, I would be afraid. I would probably.
You know,
be
it's
afraid.
interesting. Some people actually did an experiment. Like, we're gonna try and simulate shit. And it's like, we're gonna simulate what a stomach is like, and it was like this huge machine that like went through the whole process of what a body would go through. So that included the
Oh.
stomach acid and everything. And when it came out, yeah, it was smelly shit. So it's like, is it the acid or is it the sulfur?
All right. So, is there anything left on the docket?